You tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Speak Life Radio right here on GorillaCross.com. Streaming live on SpeakLifeRadio.com and the Gorilla Cross app. Download that app because it's free. Make sure you get that in your app store. Go to GorillaCrossRadio.com to get a direct download right here, right now. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a big show for you tonight right here on Speak Life Radio. Got my man, James Mays, in the building wearing those shades.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm in Black People Mourning right now.
Wow.
Just being honest.
I mean, yeah. Wasn't a joke.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I got the shades on right now. Just feeling good, man. I'm just disgusted in myself. I might be puffy-eyed. I slept a lot today.
Okay.
A whole lot. A whole lot.
All right.
My eyes are clear, though.
And if you see, I mean, I'm not sure we had this many people on the screen at one time, but we got a full staff tonight.
That's right.
And we're reviewing your music, and you're going to get so many critiques.
Yeah.
Listen, man, if 5 people don't like your song, you need to stop.
Something is wrong.
You need to retire.
Something might be off.
Majorly. But I got my man back in the building with the beard, full beard.
Yeah.
My man 12 in the building. What's good?
How you doing? I gotta cover this beard with this
Oh, it looks
scarf.
good, man. I like the
man.
beard.
I don't
I
feel-
like the beard.
yeah.
Now everyone can see how Asian you are.
I'm really Mexican. I'm not Asian.
Mexican. He's Mexican, Asian.
Mexican.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Mexican amazing. But man, glad to have you back in
Hey,
here.
yes,
I
sir.
see you've been
Welcome.
DJing
Thank
a
you.
little more.
Yeah.
So we might be doing some live DJ shows. 12, my man Joe Syfe.
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting into that. Got my man E-Dub back in the building.
Yep.
What is good?
Got the new fade, you know, the quarantine.
Oh, you know.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell we're open in Vegas with the
Yeah.
barbers.
Shout out to my guy
Yeah.
Jordan Dillon. Thank you for the nice shape up, sir.
Okay, next time, make sure you get some sponsorship money for that shout out.
Well, I was giving him sponsorship money to cut my hair.
Trying to keep him good. His business
You know what I'm
going.
saying? I'm keeping that guy busy. So
Hey,
shout
get
out.
it. And then, man, we got a special guest in the building. I'm not just saying that because he's wearing a 49er shirt.
I think that's a part of it, though.
That is definitely a part of it. If that was like a star, I probably would have kicked him out.
It should be a star.
But I got my man Luke Marzio
DeMarzio.
Hey.
in the building from New H2O, a.k.a. Rapzilla,
Yeah, whatever.
a.k.a. the king of Christian hip-hop websites.
No.
So we'll talk about what he's doing and what he's bringing to the table tonight on the live review show. And we got a live conversation with my man, with 12's man, Charles Longo. So we want you guys to tune in live, man. We're going to be getting on with him in a little bit. And we have a lot to talk about tonight, man. I know a lot's been happening in the world, in Christian hip-hop and just in general with social topics
Yeah,
that
man.
we're going to get into tonight.
The social world, I mean,
it's-
just news all around.
It's getting crazy, but we are here, man. So Charles Longo will be live with us in about 10 minutes on the sponsored hotline, the Joe Syfe Graffiti Company video line.
I like that.
He's going to be here with us. So big shout out to Joe Syfe, the sponsor of our show for the entire month of May, June,
Very
and July.
It's kind of dope.
There we go. Listen, man, some crazy stuff happened over this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just want to get into like how I found out, man. I'm going to bed at 4:30, getting home late. I was out there doing Lyft in Las Vegas. Get home late, ready to go to bed because I got to get up fairly early. And my boy Johnny Diaz, Revolutionary from the SOG crew, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and his was the post I saw. So it's a picture of him with Chili Baby and Mr. Solo. And all I'm thinking is,
Wow.
why is this picture up right now?
Yeah.
And why are you saying these words? I'm like, no. And then, you know, he said, and Mr. Solo passed away, and I couldn't believe it.
Man.
I've talked to him recently, man. I mean, it's crazy hearing that news from somebody, especially with social media. We know everybody now through social media. We see these guys all the time on social media. He wasn't heavy into social media. It's not like one of those guys that was posting every single day, but I think his last Instagram was 5 days before he died. Wow. An Instagram video he had. And Mr. Solo from the Gospel Gangsters.
Pioneer, man.
Yeah.
That was seriously the first Christian hip-hop album that I was not ashamed to show my friends that weren't Christians.
Yep.
Wow.
That's when I was proud to be like, yo, this can go somewhere.
Yeah, if you can get past the name.
Exactly.
The
And
Gospel Gangsters, right? Yeah.
but the fact that they gave us something, and it really did give us hope. I was rapping back then. I started rapping in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, convey that to like people in high school and stuff like that. Like, yo, I'm rapping, but it's, I would hide my papers. I wouldn't let them see it. So when they came out, it's like, yo, we can like do this. We can sound cool and preach at the same time and really get the word out and have dope beats and sound like what's relevant today. And so they definitely were pioneers in the game.
Yeah.
And, I talked to Solo, and most of our conversations were about how bad the Clippers were because he's a Clipper fan. I'm a Laker fan. So we talked mad junk during NBA seasons. I believe I had him in a fantasy basketball league 3 or 4 years ago. So it's sad, man. I mean, he was my favorite rapper for probably 2 years of my life.
Yeah.
Where he was like the dude I listened to. Like he had a dope voice.
Sure did.
He could spit, and it was just like, yo, this dude is, because a lot of the Christian hip hop we had was like more underground hip hop. The beats weren't that good. It was good, but it wasn't like the quality. And that's when I heard Gospel Gangsters, he definitely stood out to me over all of them, even though I did, like all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I joined, started a rap crew with my boy Cruz and Gail, we listened to them a lot. And they were definitely inspirations to us. And who knows if Gorilla Cross would be where it's at today if it wasn't for the inspiration that they gave us as rappers to be able to evolve into what we're doing right now. So, man, big shout out to Mr. Solo, the family, and the whole Christian hip hop community, man, because I know it's hard for all of us. E-Dub, give a quick word on.
Yeah, I remember in 96, 95, 96 when I just got saved, and I'm like, yo, I need to listen to something else. And a friend of mine, I think it was a guy who was in my youth group, and he put me on to the Gospel Gangsters. And just like what you said, I mean, that name sounded kind of corny to me, and I'm coming from Wu-Tang and a bunch of other people, and I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot. And that the album Do or Die, when I started listening to that, I mean, Gang Affiliated was good. It was very raw.
Yeah.
A lot of content on there that a lot of people wouldn't agree with, even now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I heard that, especially that Oh Double G's Go On song that was on there was one of my favorite, very West Coast. But I was definitely feeling it. And just like what you said, it was in the morning, right after morning devotion. I'm flipping through my Facebook and someone puts it on there and I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was just like, that was it. Got to post a picture. I met the man about 3 years ago, and very humble individual, really nice, very patient too, because we had a lot of technical difficulties that night trying to get them on stage, and it was dope. So, rest in peace, Solo. It's sad to see him gone, man. Gospel rap titan.
Got some words for him?
Yeah, man. I grew up just idolizing Gospel Gangsters, TikTok, Chili, and even, TikTok, he had some trouble, he went to prison, all that, but I still stayed true. I consider their Exodus album, top 5 album all time, CHH.
Yep.
It's amazing. And so, man, I feel like I really learned how to rap, like the effortless flow, like listening to him. And like just really appreciated the ministry and the depth to what Solo was saying. It wasn't just.
man.
And if you think about, like you were saying, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but man, forever ago, 1993, Gang Affiliated, Tears of a Black Man, man.
Yeah.
And that's like that was like prophetic almost,
Yeah, man.
And we're still dealing with stuff like that.
no doubt.
So
Still to this day.
I mean, today.
yeah.
yeah.
Today.
Right.
Literally.
Not to this day, but today.
Today, literally.
To this day, right.
So it's just like it gives me chills, like thinking about like just the impact he's had and
prophetic, man.
just right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
I mean, he came up on the West Coast with Soup the Chemist and Tunnel Rats, and I didn't realize that until I read Soup the Chemist's book that Gospel Gangsters were actually a crew with all of them. They all did stuff together, and I thought they were just totally because the music styles were so different. I didn't think like the gangsters were kicking it with the hip hop cats, you know?
Right.
And when I found that out in Soup's book, which hopefully we get Soup on in the next couple weeks, just crazy, man. I mean, the impact, the Christian hip hop world was so small back then. It still is small now, but back then, like, everyone knew each other, you know? And the impact was definitely made. You got anything?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to just say, I remember being young, man, and listening to him and saying, like, oh, I didn't know that you could do that. Because I came up in the gospel world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you put gospel gangsters, like, and the old church lady, you know. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen to that. That's the devil's music, whatever the case is. But when you, and I was always into, like, words, and so rap just kind of, like, called me. Hip hop was the thing that just kind of called me. So I love them from being able to be a part of that pioneering generation to open doors for even CHH artists today, man, like myself, man, who was able to express themselves in ministry through the rap format, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it definitely holds some weight to all of us lyricists, man, who looked at them, because when you thought of Christian hip hop, you thought of the gospel gangsters. Like that was just synonymous with what it was. And they were the first group that I ever heard of that were able to do such a, you know, that crossed that line.
And rapping at that time, you know, having churches laugh at you for, oh, you can't, the hip hop, you know, and they were one of the first crews to come out here and actually be accepted in some of the churches. I mean, it's still, a lot of them weren't, but there was my man Richard Box, a pastor out here, you know, had a little center where, you know, he did a lot of things, brought them out, and you know, it's one of those things where, okay, now we can start accepting this as a serious thing. Right. Not just like, oh, and then we have the cool entertainment. Give it up for the hip hop people.
Right.
You know, and
but just their name alone, man, gospel gangsters, like, if you just think about it, it wasn't just about, like, I'm just an ex-gang member, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going hard for the gospel.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like Peter was a gospel gangster, you know what I'm saying? He had slicing ears off. So you know what I'm saying? My condolences to the family, my condolences to the whole CHH community, man. We lost a real one, man. We lost a real one.
Yeah, and you know, the last thing I want to say on this is just the fact that they could be transparent throughout the years too, because you see gospel gangsters, we got saved, we're cool. In '94, they had struggles throughout that time. I mean, it
like everyone
else, you get sucked
man.
back into certain things. You know, you give into certain things. So the fact that they could be transparent in their music and in different interviews, mad respect to them, man. Rest in peace. We're gonna play some music, a couple songs from gospel gangsters, and some of my favorite that old school ones that Solo was on right here. Speak Life Radio. Rest in peace, Solo. Job well done, man. I mean, you impacted more people than you probably knew.
Yeah, man. God bless you, bro.
So this is Do or Die from Do or Die album right here. Speak Life Radio.
Was Christ for life. He put me on with his life and says we banging, I got to get my stripes. Lay in the cut with my Bible in front of my gut. And when I jump up, then all the fallen angels duck. I back and run, and that's the prisoners, I'm taking none. I'm arrested at with them, you ain't staring down the shaking gun. I'm seeing demons that was thinking for survival tripping. I rise them up in the name of Jesus, then I Bible whip them. So if you wicked, make sure you still stepping, and my Bible might remain a concealed weapon. See, prayers how my text spit, my Bible's my next clip. I worship and praise the G, you step to me and you get checked quick. See you dealing with a safe thug, and when I put on my gloves, demons get no love, just more slugs. Now when I'm out, they points the finger at me. I keep my Bible in my khaki, plus I'm trigger happy. Yeah, I gang bang every day. I can't stay neutral, cause Satan hate my guts, so the feelings stay mutual. I'm real with the sun, so real is how I come. I never been to mark, if I'ma do it, then it's done. It's Jesus Christ for life, and Satan K all day. And I'ma represent that rhyme until I flatline. To all the Christians, stay on deck, is you and I. In 96, we true or fried. We do or die.
I'm do or die. I'm do or die. I don't know about you and I. Be do or die. I'm do or die. I'm do or die.
Either God has got a ball and God ain't got it all, gangster.
I'm do or die. I'm do or die. I don't know about you and I. Be do or die. I'm do or die. I'm do or die.
Either God has got a ball and God ain't got it all, gangster.
To do or to die, that's my options. I chose do and I ain't stopping up from the east to the west. It's popping, clear the way when I come out with my gun out. I'm committed to the cross, I won't run out. I'd rather be 6 feet deep, sleep before retreat, no defeat. All is obsolete when I pulls heat. Used to be from the set, used to be damn, used to get respect, but check. Came from the true to death, die hard with the bull die card, rather die scarred. Oh my lord, I got the keys, he gave me these. Get off my knees, then around up them double G's. These homies I'd ride for, I cry for, and if it came down to it, I'd die for. Reject Christ, the penalty is death, genius, and you can tell by my face that I mean this. I'm do or die.
I'm do or die. I don't know about you, but I be do or die. I'm do or die. I'm do or die.
Either God has got a boy, got it all, gangsta.
I'm do or die. I'm do or die. I don't know about you, but I be do or die. I'm do or die.
Either God has got a boy, got it all, gangsta.
I'm do or die, Christ or cry, you must learn that. If I retreat and turn back, that means I burn black. To masturbation lightly till it occurred to me that it was legions of demons trying to murder me. Heard a G, a Christian not a victim to this crime rate. They set it off, now do or die is my mind state. Either you gon' do his will and step and die, cause the wages of sin is death, ain't nothing left. You can't be going on like a sucker saying, God, I'ma trust you, and back out like a buster. Say nothing, said till let me in. I said, not by the hairs on my chili till 10. When lose or draw, stand or fall, cause either God has got a ball or God ain't got it all, gangster. It's a shame what the media do to a guy. I told you last album I was do or die.
I'm do or die. I'm do or die. I don't know about you, but I be do or die. I'm do or die. We do or die.
Either God has got a ball or got it all, gangsta.
Do or die. Do or die. I don't know about you, but I be do or die.
Double G's guaranteed to make it jump. Pride making beats that everybody want to bump. Pumping in the church, pumping in the clubs. And if you got the humps, let it bang in your trunk. Just slide, slippity slide. Read the mic and step back and let solo get it cracking. If you're ready like Freddy, I can rock steady. Keep them hot and sweaty as I drops like a Chevy on go. But what else? Still ain't understanding me. I takes the party single-handedly with no profanity. Cause vanity leads to calamity. And that's insanity. I'd rather rap about the man in me. Who is he? Oh, he be the G.O.D. Dwelling in the double G. And if he's for me, who can trouble me? I got a vision to the ounce and I say what counts. And I see the mic and like Mufasa, I'll be pouncing. Cause if you can't make a move, then your groove ain't hitting. And if they don't repeat your lyrics, then you really ain't spitting. But we get props on both sides of what we do. Cause with ministry and music, we true. I thought you knew. The double G's guaranteed to make it jump. Pride making beats that everybody wanna pump. Pump it in the church, pump it in the clubs. And if you got the humps, let it bang in your trunk. This is for the dance floor. This is for you to roll on. Hold on, I don't have to say no more. I think you already know. And now we're gonna show you how the West Coast rocks.
The mic goes around like a pipe in the smoker's basement. While I flow, Mr. Solo stands adjacent. I'm from South Central, don't tell me though. I treat the beat like Figaro and I pimp the flow. Admit you got to get your hit, you spit your scripture. As I stand G, you take my picture. They like the bang bang boogie. Up jump the boogie, come and do it with the G's. We got the goodies. Everywhere we go, people ask me how we do it. I said it's just a G and me, so clap your hands to it. Or better yet, move your body and scream the double G's can make you jump at the party. I got you where I want you, don't you like how I come with the sun? It do you like it never been done, it's all fun. Oh, charismatic like apostolic. We treat the vineyard like a boat with hydraulics.
The double G's guaranteed to make it jump. Pride making beats that everybody wanna bump. Pumping in the church, pumping in the clubs. And if you got the humps, let it bang in your trunk. This is for the dance floor. This is for you to roll on. Hold on, I don't have to say no more. I think you already know. And now we're gonna show you how the West Coast rocks.
All across the nation, we celebrate a second CD, highly anticipated, graduated. Now it's on, it's in full swing, sizing up them covers like a fighter in the bull ring. My music is bumping and now the jumping like a checker. And I got the feeling that I'ma sell 1,000,000 records. But even if I don't, I'ma keep my head high, sticking out my chest. Cause I know I did my best flow, liberally, precisely, beats laid nicely. Now player haters wanna act shicely, but don't hate me, cause God is blessing me. And no, I'm not a monster, ain't no need of testing me. I'm testing the mic just to see if it's too loud. 1, 2, let it to adjust the crowd. God saved them, I think we gave them what they came for. Now with pandemonium, they begging for an
The double
outdoor.
G's guaranteed to make it jump. Pride making beats that everybody wanna bump. Pumping in the church, pumping in the clubs. And if you got the humps, let it bang in your trunk. This is for the dance floor. This is for you to roll on. Hold on, I don't have to.
Yeah, that's West Coast Rock from Do or Die. And that song before that was Do or Die, Gospel Gangsters once again.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, Mr. Solo. Definitely will be missed, man. But it's dope when you make music. Like, your voice is there forever.
Yeah.
You can't take that away. So shout out to them, man. And man, seriously, pray for his family, because that's hard right now, you know?
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. And a lot of his friends, I mean, you know, I wasn't super close to him. I knew him. You know, I like I said, I talked to him, but I know a lot of people that were really close to him that are in pain right now. So definitely be there for them. All right.
So
I was gonna say something.
Yeah, man. Just from the fan perspective, man, I never actually met him, but I mean, once again, you just look at someone's ability to still be able to touch people through their music, and like you said, it's just another way to just kind of keep your memory and your legacy going on from day to day and year to year. You know what I'm saying, and generation to generation, man. So salute to them, and my prayers and you know, condolences once again to his
what
family.
I want everyone to do that's watching live right now, I need you to grab that phone, push the share button, and share with your people, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Facebook Live, or if you're listening on the app, share the app with your people. But please stop what you're doing right now and share the live video. Let your people know we're live. If you have submitted your music for review tonight, definitely share the video.
Do it.
So we can review your music, and your friends can yell at us if we give you a bad review, or they can follow us and, you know,
rebuttal.
Yeah,
They want a
rebuttal.
Exactly.
That's right.
Rebuttal.
We want their support too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're playing your music. Let them type some nice things in in the comment section, even though we might completely trash it.
And listen, man, we want you all to shout your city. Let us know where you're listening from. I mean, we got people in different countries sometimes listening, man. So I think that's super dope. It might be morning over there, you know?
Yeah.
If you're on the East Coast listening, I give you mad props, because our Tuesday shows are super late.
A little later, right?
But, you know, in this quarantine time, none of you have jobs right now. You know, you're all on unemployment.
Some of them.
You're not doing much. So you got time for this. And shout out to the Golden Knights. They have clinched the playoffs 3 years in a row.
That's big news.
Pacific Division champions. It's official today. They canceled the rest of the season. So they are Pacific Division champions and going to the playoffs if they have playoffs.
That's big news, man. I mean, you got to think about it. An organization that kind of started out of like the thin air, made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and have consistently been, you know, performing well for their whole existence almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, 3 years, three in, and three, you know,
that's
three times in the playoffs.
That's
so
dope, bro.
Shout out your city, DJ Fernando from Arizona. What's up, man?
Phoenix.
Been a long time, man. You need to come to Vegas and say what's up again in the studio. Edge Whitaker, 2 Edge, 2 Chain, 2 Edge from Delray Beach, Florida. Shout out to 2 Edge from Florida. Yeah, man. Let us know where you guys are from. And if you guys are ever in Vegas, you guys are welcome to come to the studio. We're not saying you can get on the mic. We might let you get on the mic, but you could at least kick it with us. You know what I'm saying?
Just come through, man. Chill.
But I'm your host, Quan59. We got James Mays, 12, Luke, and E-Dub in the building. Do you have a nickname? Do you have a rap name?
I'm just Luke.
What was your rap name?
Luke.
Stop it.
Luke DeMarco. You can look me up.
No, you had one rap name. You had to have had one rap name that you just maybe didn't put out publicly.
DeMarini. Yeah.
DeMarini.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone has. Even 12 doesn't even rap, and I know he's had a rap name.
Yeah.
What's your rap name?
12.
Basically, yeah. 12.
Yeah.
And shout out to Joe Seif, listening in from Vegas.
What's up, man?
All the way from Vegas.
All the way
from Vegas. And we're gonna get Longo on the Joe Seif Graffiti Company video line.
That's dope, man.
In a minute. So
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a couple of things to mention and some hip-hop news for you guys that may or may not be following. I know
You should.
I am. You should, because I'm a big fan of it, especially supporting this particular platform.
Particular!
Sorry, guys.
Every time E-Dub
I
says
knew it was
particular, you have to take a shot.
Sorry, guys, especially for all of you on the East Coast. And it is late.
Wow.
They're going to pee in their bed because you keep saying
Y'all going to be mad at me. All right. So...
Does your wife notice you say that word a lot too?
Yes.
Okay.
And another one came up in our devotional where someone was like, "Yo, you say indicative a lot," and I'm just like,
You
Indicative?
say what?
Indicative,
Oh.
like indicative of.
Okay.
It's indicative of.
All right.
So,
You gotta watch how you say that on Speak Live Radio,
I
bro.
was like, pause, bro. Come on,
The wrong
man.
thing came out.
Too much emphasis in the middle of that word.
No, no, not at all.
I bet.
Anyway, so just going backwards to what we were speaking about with the Gospel Gangsters, with what you guys heard just in those 2 songs, there are so many songs in their catalog. Do yourself a favor and just go through everything that they've put out, from your gang affiliated from '94 all the way down to Defenders of the Faith. I mean, these are classic albums, in my opinion. I agree with what Luke was saying. Exodus was definitely one of my favorites. And just so many gems on all of this. I actually posted one on my social media today. So make sure you go back and check those out for yourself. See why these guys were such titans, in my opinion, in Christian hip hop. With that though, when we're talking about cats that I feel like definitely represent an era of hip hop that I loved, Proxy dropped something new a couple days ago.
Okay.
And man, he had some of the pioneers to me in that era. So Bonafide from Grits. He had Journey Big, Petty D, Manchild. Shout out, I love Deep Space 5, one of my favorites. Marzil in the building. Serene Poems, Braille, Notaverb, Soup the Chemist. There were so many people on this track, and the beat was crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't know who produced it, but it feels like Dirt or any of those other guys. Definitely shout out to that.
It's hard to get Journey Big out of the house and on the track. So shout out to that right there.
Boy, and it was good to hear his voice on something. Eric, and something newer, Eric Heron featuring or with Dondi for Life. I feel like that's one of those like You My Boo tracks. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely great to hear something represented there. And Christian battle rap, if you guys don't know, it exists. It is real. And
it's
it is,
thing.
Come on now, is relevant, and it's something that you need to be listening to. So that said, the 4 Horsemen, shout out to all the 4 Horsemen, Street Hymn, Saga, Loso, A-Ward. So they've had a few battle raps on King of the Dot, if you watch any of that. A-Ward and Loso versus B-Dot and Geechee Gotti, which was a dope battle. It was a 2-on-2. That battle was crazy. In Bullpen Battle League, Loso versus Flacco, that was crazy. And then I just saw today, Street Hymns battled Murder Mook in a quarantine battle for Rare Breed.
That's big, man.
That was big.
That's big, man. To get one of the horsemen to, to battle such a GOAT in the, battle rap community and even in the culture. So that's kind of a real big pull, man. CHH and, Christian battle rap is definitely growing, man.
Yes, sir. And then Overflow has a little bit of news,
hey,
or
man,
those affiliated.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to my boy Freestyle Gospel, my man Chris, who just made a world record.
Okay.
He had put a new poetry book called The Ultimate Poem. And I think it's called The Epic Poem. I'm sorry.
All right.
And he put it out, man. He created a world record for most alliterative words in one poem.
Okay.
I remember he talked to me about it back in last year when we were doing Rhetoric, P4CM's Rhetoric, and he said he was gonna put it out, man, and it's dropping in June, and he has been recognized for a world record for using the most alliterative words and in one poem, man.
Wow.
I think over 300 words. So I think it's amazing, man. Shout out to the pinheads out there.
That's crazy. And then just one more thing to mention. We're talking about aging of some of these. DJ Official, rest in peace, DJ Official. Always remembering him. Definitely one of my favorites. That Intermission turns 10 years old. 10 years old. I can't believe it's been that long, because I remember when that first came out, I was like, yo, I got to get this. Definitely one of my favorites. And then when we're talking about on the other side of things, Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted turned 30.
He wanted all the smoke.
Wow.
30.
Wow.
He wanted all the smoke.
Bro, I remember when I heard that for the first time.
Yep.
30 years old, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Telling your age, man, right there.
I've already told people my age. I ain't even worried about it. So,
like, were you a teenager? Where's the goo goo gaga? Like, what year was that? I just want to know.
I was still pretty young.
Gray hair could be telling. You don't know.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
and it's everywhere. So it's definitely telling on me. So yeah. So that's what I got. So for the news and everything, and we are continuing to make sure that we are a source for those things. Although we have another gentleman with us that does a lot of that as well.
Oh, wow.
And we definitely want to keep you guys informed. So make sure you stay tuned, stay plugged in with the stuff. I mean, we're going to have a lot more. I'm going to be digging through the crates, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get on some of that old school hip hop, Christian hip hop, man. I had a whole list of that. I remember we were going to try to do a show about that. Oh, man. Some of the stuff that I picked out, bro, I was like, they're not ready. They're not going to even know who these people are.
I mean, but that's what's dope about Christian hip hop is you can kind of jump on it at any moment. There's a history for it, and there's also obviously a future for it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Great new artists, which is who we always discover here on the Indie Artist Review when we do this weekly, twice a week actually. And then you know what I'm saying, just some real legendary artists, man, who have had their foot on the neck of the pen in hip hop, man. So that's just kind of dope, man. That there's a good catalog to look at.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Well, Luke, I mean, you write a lot for this kind of stuff. So with a lot of the guys that you see coming out now, newer, Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not asking for opinions, but I'm sure you're getting a lot of these guys that are doing submissions. So like, with the future of CHH, right? Because then Dayton just put out CHH Ain't Dead, and we've been knowing about that, right?
Right.
So like, what are your thoughts, feelings about that? Like, just being reviewing these guys and listening to their music.
It's awesome to kind of get to know some of these guys, and once they submit. So I have a playlist that I curate, and people are always submitting stuff. But then they want to like just chop it up, just talk. And so that's where it's at. It's about relationship first. And so, but it's cool to hear like the new waves and the new creative ways that people are stretching themselves and pushing boundaries of what hip hop can sound like, And so it's just it's really cool. CHH is definitely not dead. And I know we all know that, but it's just cool to see all these and hear all these underground cats that are coming up. So.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
That's dope, man. But we are here live, downtown Las Vegas, man. We're here.
Still,
late
man,
night,
holding it down.
Late night. We have a full show for you tonight, man. I know there's a lot of people in here, so we're going to get to the reviews in a little bit. And you're going to get reviews from some people you haven't got reviewed from on this show. So we definitely appreciate Luke being in here and 12 being back with us again live on the show. I can't wait for you and Joe Sife to do a DJ show in here.
Man, I'm excited, man. I seen you been doing some stuff online too, man.
Oh, thank you.
It's official. We're putting it out there.
Oh, you guys? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can't say no now.
We didn't tell you, but we're doing it now.
So we're going to set things up, get some more lighting in here, and do a live, a live show, man. Think it'd be dope.
Yeah.
You think it'd be dope, 12?
Yeah.
All right.
He said, I know I'm going to be dope.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he's kind of like, super like.
No doubt.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Low key about it, but he be killing it.
Listen, man, I want you guys to download that Gorilla Cross app. Do it now. It's free. It's free. There's 24 hours positive hip hop. We have live sports shows. We have live shows every day except Sunday. So make sure you guys check that out. Download the app for free. And now we got a very special caller live on the air. This dude has been rapping for a long time. I remember when I first met him, one of our mutual friends introduced us, and like, my friend raps. I want you to hear him. He goes to my youth group. He raps with another guy, Vessel. Shout out to Vessel.
Hey.
Wow. And ever since then, I mean, we hitting off. We talk all the time now. Even though he moved out of Vegas, he's out there in Chi-Town area. But I do got my man Charles Longo live on the Joe Sife Graffiti Company video line.
Hey.
Right now, give it up and shout out for Charles Longo. What's good?
Up, bro? What's up?
How y'all doing? Thank you.
Man, we well.
Doing good, man. I know it's late over there, but I'm glad to have you live with us, bro. How you feeling?
I'm doing great and enjoying the show too, man. It feels good to see everyone architecting this. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, and Joe Sife just pointed out, when we met you, you had a different name. You weren't Charles Longo.
What was it?
No.
You had the same name as a famous TV show.
Who was it? Everybody Loves
His name was Lost.
Lost?
Lost.
OST. LOST. I actually like that name. When he changed it to his regular name, I was upset.
I loved it. I used to love to sell it in an ad lib. LOST. I love to spell it.
Yeah.
It's kind of rolled a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, dog, you've been rapping for a long time, bro, and you just put out 3 projects the last few years that all pretty much go together. And so we're going to talk about that today. Definitely heavy into movies. If you can see the Jason mask behind him, you know what kind of movies he's into.
Oh, wow.
And shout out for having the old license plate.
I see that, right?
Back there, too. You're repping Nevada all the way in Illinois, man. Shout out to you for doing that and repping my town.
I always take my memories with me, and that's one of them. That's a big one.
Okay.
You put me on, and of course we bonded, and so that's a keepsake. And of course there's 100 others in the form of songs and memories. It's crazy, man.
So tell us a little bit about that, man, because I know the albums that you've put out recently, it goes kind of through your journey, through music and through life and through Christianity. Talk to us about that, and you have 3 projects that really is like a puzzle. You need to put them all together for them to really, fit and make sense. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. So when around 2013, I was just I remembered I was making a lot of impulsive decisions. Just within my faith, I was still real bold in every other area too. So I was chasing a girl down, chasing her back to Illinois, and I spent a lot of time in Illinois. And so what happened was that was kind of like the breaking point. I got married impulsively, divorced. I just couldn't wrap my head around certain obstacles and how to get through them. So I acted on impulse, and but what came from a lot of this was I never stopped making music. And looking back, it was always a little like self-serving to always be putting out music even when I was going through things. But I sat back for a while before I put out these 3 projects just because I needed to grow up. And a big part of that was, that's just a part of what comes with it. So
the music helps you grow through that too, right? Is that kind of what you're saying with that?
Yeah, I always write in real time.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm always dialoguing with myself and you, so that you can pull pieces of stuff and relate to it. And if it's raw, often I'll take the risk. I'll gamble, shake the dice, and throw it into a song. And I know that might be more commonplace now, but maybe back then it wasn't as much. But yeah.
Yo, bro, you talked about growing up in music, man. Can you talk a little bit about like what your thoughts are on about like other even CHH artists who are kind of just prematurely putting stuff out when you can tell that they have some growth to do, or even if people who've had things that they struggle with in their own life that they now are just putting music out, but maybe leading people in the wrong direction?
I've changed my view, and I'm open to being wrong about this, but I've changed my view. Like, I realize people are just going to do what they're going to do. And even if you try to contain them or put them in a certain way, they're going to feel not heard. As artists, we can get a little narcissistic.
Yeah.
The same with, they're going to chalk it up to not feeling heard, feeling suppressed. Or they might go the other way and be like, well, I got to kind of mold with what these people want from me, even backing up with scriptures, because I did that.
Yeah.
I was that person where I'm like, well, I need to really focus on like holiness. And while that's great, there was something there that it made me real self-conscious about how other believers perceive me. And so there was this kind of mind trick that was happening. So I was playing on myself, and I needed to just free myself from the sin of like comparison. So to answer your question, there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, yo, like we just push people to a platform because they're so talented.
Yeah.
And they're just living a completely other life off the stage. It's crazy. Yeah. And then I charge a lot of the people around these people, like stoking those flames. I charge them guilty too, because like, yo, the blood's on your hands.
Yeah.
If they're really like living a certain way, even if the music's good, when the music's bad, collectively, no one really cares, because that's just
exactly, it's real.
I mean, but,
to say that, but yeah. So to answer your question, it's hard. It's hard to contain artists, So as much as I would like to seek that justice, I don't know how it plays out all the time, James. So.
But I love how you make, so you make a great point, man. And even the Bible says that God will perfect a work in you, man. If He has begun a work in you, He will perfect it. So there shouldn't be like a starting line of like, all right, now I can write music. All right, now I can put a song. All right, now I can, profess my love of Christ or what He's done in my life. You should be able to do it. But I think the main point of it is that there should be growth happening in it. You should be getting closer. Your relationship should be getting stronger, man. So big ups to you for that. I love that point you made.
No doubt, no doubt.
Definitely, man. Listen, it's night class semester 1. Night class semester 2 is the second project.
Yeah.
And night class final exam is the one he just put out a couple months ago.
Yep.
So
Dun, dun.
dun, dun, dun. Tell us the whole night class, what that means. Night classes, what that means.
Well, I find often that I'm the most reflective when the lights are off, whether I'm outside, hanging out, or it's just nighttime in general.
Yeah.
You're often more reflective and vulnerable. So, and also I'm a big atmosphere guy. So if sometimes the atmosphere will just kick off a creative fuse, it'll just light that creative fuse.
Okay.
So night in particular is just, I don't know, there's just something incredible about it. Not everyone's out and about.
Yeah.
You can curate who you're with into the evening, that sounded crazy, but yeah, like, I'm a married man now, but
hey,
anyway, but yeah, like there is something unique about that. And also night classes, like when people have to go to college and they got to catch up or something, like they're pulling these overnighters, they're pulling these ways of they're how to learn, life, they're learning in academia. And for me, this was like these are my lessons. Like, I'm talking with God, but I'm talking to these people, because when I share everything in night classes, it's me addressing a lot of people that maybe cut me off or shut me out. I can put it out that way. So when I'm in bed and being at my most reflective, I'm like, nighttime is the perfect time to write all this stuff. And that's what I did.
That's when our best thoughts or deepest thoughts are at night. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I'll drive around at night, out there doing Lyft or Uber, and some of my ideas that I'm doing right now, even with the show, me and James will be texting at 2 a.m. sometimes, yo, bro, I got this, and night definitely has something.
Yeah, like you, a beat comes on. Next thing you know, you're scrambling to your phone. Yeah. You're like, yo, I'm about to black out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's quieter too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your family situation or your work situation, if you have kids, they've gone to bed. You know what I'm saying? It's less going on. It's less echoing in your brain if you're not like completely stressed about tomorrow. So you have this peace about yourself. I mean, I've always been a night owl also, man. Yeah. So I love the concept of just like, staying there and saying like, this is part of the time where I'm most creative.
And so Charles was my roommate for about 3 or 4 months.
That's right.
Before you moved to Illinois, back to Illinois, you were my roommate. And speaking of late nights, sometimes this guy would just get up and eat all my cookies in the cupboard late at night.
Was he sleepwalking, or was he?
No. Charles would eat. He would eat snacks while he's looking for something to eat. So he'd be in the pantry eating cookies as he's looking for something to eat.
It's like a pre-snack. What's going on?
A pre-snack.
There is a pre-dinner, second dinner, pre-snack, like James said. Yeah, like it was no joke. I've got so many stories, and I know we don't have enough time for them, but
we do have time for a story, and I think you know where I'm getting at. It has to do with food, and it has to do with getting closer to Jesus, because we went on a fast together as a crew. There was about 10 of us, maybe a little more. There was a record label that was being started. I was helping them out with the studio. Longo was on it. G Bless was on it. Simply T was helping out for John. I mean, a lot of the cats out here in Vegas. So we decided we're gonna fast. So we can't eat. I think we could drink water, but we can't eat anything till 5 o'clock at night, right?
Gotcha.
So we're chilling, and we want to go talk somewhere. And so Charles decides, like, dude, I want to eat. Like, I'm hungry now. So he ends up eating before 5 o'clock. So we're like, bro, you can't do that. But then it's like, whatever. We're fasting. Listen, man, you messed up. It's all good. So then 5 o'clock hits, probably an hour later. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go to the burger joint right next to Rubio's. And I'm going to get a burger and eat there. But guess what Charles decides to do? He wants to eat there too.
Oh, man.
So not only does he go from fasting to gluttony, but listen, man, God's still respecting it, and it's the thought that counts sometimes with with fasting. So he double ate during a fast.
And I put no thought into it.
No, at all. It was just not. You weren't conscious. You just did it.
Yo, he keeping the same energy, yo. Pre-snacks, pre-fast. You know what I'm saying?
Look. I hypocrite when I fast and repent. Whole point of grace is to grow from the state that I'm in.
Hey,
he wrote about it. He wrote about it.
Bars.
He said he write in real time, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
he just,
Real time,
that's
right there.
That's what his heart says.
Yo, 12 wanted to say what's up.
Hey, yo.
Yo,
What's
up,
up?
12?
Hey, really
12,
quick.
what up? And James, is finally cool to like me face to face. I know we had a brief convo about battle rap and it got cut off. But
Yeah. That's all right. We can continue that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up.
No doubt.
How is your battle raps skills right now? Are you still holding down battle raps?
I stepped away for a little bit just because I don't know, sometimes it gets a little dry. I am a huge Big K fan. I will say that. I like Big K a lot.
I am not, but go ahead.
I like Big K.
Yeah.
Garbage juice.
Also, yeah, the saga and like everything, you know, our people are doing, like super dope.
Yep.
Like, fly.
Yo, also really quick, how I met Charles was actually through church. I went to Valley Bible Fellowship one day, and one day I was sitting there, and I kid you not, something told me like, hey, I'm going to be on stage soon. And I didn't believe it. I kind of shrugged it off.
And you're a shy guy, so
yeah,
for you to be
man.
on stage is like, what are you talking about?
I was a really more, a whole lot introverted back in the day. But something told me I was going to be on stage, and like a couple weeks later, I forced myself into small groups, and I got to know Longo. And that's when I first met Longo. Then through Longo, I met Quan, then G Bless, and everyone else. So thank you, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah, he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, Longo. Look at that.
I'll never forget the meetup. Yeah, that was crazy.
And the first time I was on stage was with Longo.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow. At Valley.
Yeah, at Valley.
And then he started bringing you around Gorilla Cross, and then I put you on stage, and then I just kept making you work for free.
He did, yeah.
He's been working for free. He actually pays me. He buys me sushi.
12 is a renaissance man. He's a renaissance man.
But B12 and Longo were actually in a chat group where we pretty much talk every day. So it's like distance doesn't keep people away anymore with technology.
Nah, man, not real love.
You know, we're not reading any of those texts, but
you just sending them and just letting them.
Exactly.
Everybody just never gets read.
We're gonna get into one of your songs. 12. What song did you want to play off of the final exam?
Final exam. I want to like go back to the.
Oh, he wants to go back. Okay.
One from the first semester. Then
Semester 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one from semester 1 you want to play?
Let's do Flight to Euphoria.
Flight to Euphoria, Illinois, right here. Speak Life Radio. Hey. We are live on the line with Charles Longo right now. We're gonna get in one of these tracks and then be right back with Longo. Go ahead and mute your mic, Charles.
That's what's up.
Yo.
I thought I had my mind made up. That doesn't mean your mind's made up. In between two chicas with good features. Can't decide between divas and good preaching. Why'd I have to move when I didn't need it? I don't know. She only wanted the feeling. Is that so? She gave me the number when fall came. Tonight, let's talk about it right in the hallway. I write about it so they remember the big chase. Hard to get, we forget how quickly it all came. Single for a minute, minding my business. Free from drama, dreaming of a missus. Ain't no scheming in my living. Let's talk over food, then we could do the dishes. We could be the vision, healthy love. Ask away any page, I'm an open book. I'm focused, look. It take two cooks in the kitchen and we both got a dish to cook. Trouble came later. I thought I had my mind made up. That doesn't mean your mind's made up. In between two chicas with good features. Can't decide between divas and good preaching. Why'd I have to move when I didn't need it? I don't know. She
only wanted the feeling. Is that so? Man, I flew to you that night in the airplane bathroom. Said a prayer, I would make this right. Was a whole different thing, taking risks. She picked me up at O'Hare. I remember how it went. City lights shine through the window of the Range Rover. I'm feeling euphoria. I lean over. Said it's been so long. You sat behind me in math class. Now I write these songs. She turned to smile. I tried to play it cool, cause what I'm feeling inside so brand new. I'm thinking we grown, we good. This is everything I wanted. Blindfolded, didn't think about the warning. Trouble round the corner. I had my mind made up. That doesn't mean your mind's made up. In between two chicas with good features. Can't decide between divas and good preaching. Why'd I have to move when I didn't need it?
Yeah, what is that beeping noise?
I don't know. She only wanted the feeling. Is that so? Red carpet staircase at the dinner spot. Turkey club and fries. She got the salad and we talk a lot. Can't believe I ain't seen you in 10 years. Feeling giddy. Plus I write her a rhyme. She looking pretty. From blondes, red hairs, and brunette stares to Pocahontas beauty in that sunshine feel. Feels good at the time to be continued. Cold winter nights had me thinking it was you.
Yeah, that is Charles Longo, Flight to Euphoria, Illinois, off night classes, semester 1 right here, Gorilla Cross Speak Live Radio. And we are live with Longo on the line right now.
Feel good music.
Dude, that's a dope track right there, man.
Thank you.
And I like that. I mean, when you first dropped that, because that one's a short one. That's only 5 tracks on semester 1. And it was like, you just listen to the whole thing, and it's just like all the beats are super dope. Tell us about the production on this. Are some of these mixtape beats, or these are all originals?
So there is a gentleman who, okay, so that beat is a Korean, it is a Korean break beat from like 1995, ripped off vinyl. And I used to watch b-boy videotapes, you know, like 12 Knows, like when we used to session in Battle Cruise. So I'm sure y'all know, and because that culture was so vibrant, there was so many like different like the culture was crazy with production. So you have production from Korea, you have production from Spain, you know, like Spanish breakbeat, like all these things. So that one in particular was a breakbeat from like 1995. I ripped off a vinyl.
Wait, real quick. Are we taking a shot if anyone says particular?
I don't know. Is that like the Pee Wee Herman word?
Why did he say it?
Yeah, he said particular.
Oh, okay.
That's E-Dub's word.
Yeah, I'll just give it for the, you know what I'm saying?
We're only doing it because E-Dub, every time E-Dub says particular, we have to take a shot. And, you know, none of us drink alcohol except
only
12.
Right.
So I'm joking. I don't drink alcohol.
So hopefully Charles Longo got something next to him that you can just sip on real quick.
Yeah, do you have a drink?
I actually did. I had some tea with honey, but I can pull out the hard stuff.
No.
The rest of it, the first track, "A Taste of Fall," the second track, "A Taste of Fall," was actually produced by Asaya Ziv.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And him and I I kind of co-produced that in Chicago when I first got back here.
And he was living out there at the time.
Yeah, that's right. And we had a lot of sessions. I recorded a lot of stuff. But yeah, so a lot of the rest of it is like original production. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, you definitely like know how to ride the beats, man. You got a good voice. Talk about like how you come up with the ideas for songs. I mean, we know that a lot of it is written at night, but like when these things hit you, you just like, all right, I'm gonna use this one because you said the first one only got 5 tracks on it, right? So like, which ones? How do you choose through? Like, all right, these are the ones I'm gonna choose. These are the ones I'm gonna pick for the song, the album.
Yeah. So it depends on if the production it conveys like a certain emotion in me that's like really strong, and I feel like it just puts a seed in me where it's like, yo, it plants a seed of like, okay, I am determined to make this as epic as possible.
Yeah.
Like it sounds funny, but that's what I say in my head. I'm like, yo, I gotta convey the message to this production. And if that includes rewrites, so be it. So, but also I wanted a little bit of everything. So you hear a certain, like, you hear subtle hints of trap, but you hear a lot of warm analog. So I'm cool with both. You know, if it's done right, I'm cool with both because I would love to rock over whatever, as long as I like it, you know. But yeah, I had a batch of beats, but I just had to narrow it down. But mainly it's got to sound warm. All three of these projects, they're very warm sounding.
The production's sick, man, and it definitely fits like your rhyme scheme and the way you spit. It's really dope. Yeah. With these, did you record a lot and then put them in different semesters and final exams, or did you write each of these projects individually?
I played puzzle piece. I just said, I wrote this at this time, I wrote this at this time, but this happened before this. So
you might have had a track you wrote in 2017 that came out on the 2020 final exam.
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And a lot to answer to further answer your question just briefly, a lot of stuff I get is through movies, comic books, like anything that conveys like conflict. Yeah. I look at those things and I turn them on their ear and say, well, something similar happened to me in my life, so I'm gonna write about it in the same way someone will be reading a pulp novel or, you know, a movie that kind of grabs their attention. So I try to keep it like that. And of course, I'm inspired by so many hip hop luminaries and, you know, so many incredible artists that, you know, I mean, where do I start? But yeah.
And shout out to Royanga. We were just talking about him off air while we were playing the music, and Royanga is watching right now in the live stream. So shout out Royanga all the way from Uganda. I think you're still in Uganda, right, bro?
What up?
But what time is it in Uganda right now? Can somebody Google that? But he's been doing some really dope live streams, like with a live band and everything, man. I watched those last week, Royanga, and that was dope. 12's actually the one that pointed it out because I don't think I was following his actual page.
You're not following?
Well, I'm following you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But man, really dope stuff. Check out Royanga. He's in the chat group right now, so make sure you check out his stuff.
Guy.
Very talented. And you were there when we met him too, man. He came to Vegas, and you know he just had features with a lot of well-known underground artists that we knew. And so when he came out, it just that was like the height of Vegas hip hop, Christian hip hop back then. You know.
Yeah, we got 2 songs together. I did Stronghold on his album, Songs of Success, and then Flip Fire with, I think it was Doc Jones and me and him, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
And listen, man, I have some unreleased Royanga music in my computer. When he moved out of Vegas and moved back to Africa, he came. First of all, you were super late, Royanga. You're supposed to come at like 2 in the afternoon, came at 9 o'clock at night to record as much music as he could before he had to get to the airport at 4 a.m. But he did make it to the airport. He did make it to the studio. And I think we recorded like 7 to 9 tracks.
Yikes.
And I don't think we ever put anything out. So
he's going to want those.
Was that the Water from a Rock album?
I can't remember. Which one that was. Because he recorded so much. He was like the African Tupac.
Just incredibly prolific. I mean, he had a lot of depth.
Yeah,
has a lot of depth.
Super dope artist. I mean, so make sure you guys check out Ray.
And mind you, it's 7 a.m. right now.
8 a.m.
I think he said 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay.
About 7:30. Yeah. He said 8.
Time for coffee.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So wake up to Speak Life Radio in Africa. So a lot of people think this is a late night show, but in Africa, it's the wake up show.
Wake up show.
Wake up with Quan 59 live from Africa on Speak Life Radio on GorillaCross.com. Listen, man. Longo is live. I know 12 has another request off semester 2 we're going to get into.
It's the one I played today. Now I can play something else.
Stonebridge 2.
Yeah, Stonebridge 2.
Yeah, let's play that one.
Stockholm. No.
To Brookdale.
Brookdale.
So we're going to play this right now. This is a short one, so we will be right back. This is Night Classes Semester 2, the second project right here. Charles Longo live on the line. Here we go.
me? Ain't I? Ready for war, teeth all canine. I love to bubble trouble in a tuxedo. Metalheads, either Megadeth or Magneto. My lunch trips are sandwiches, Doritos. My canvas Converse, tales to the people. Saga told through me, I'm a upsell. The story rang true from Stonebridge to Brookdale. We ride bikes at night, I be from the air. Why you don't remember what you did last year? I don't forget any memories, all for the story. Unfold when I open up the past glory. Too gory? Euphoria? Was it all a dream or a true story? One touch on that hologram phone, able to shake up a hollow man's bones. Blow dust off of the streets, I've been home. Know the direction of any bullet being thrown. I'm way, way, way up. Steak and shrimp, keep the plates coming. From 6 Side to Aurora West Side to the town where the frog went flying on a red eye. Never condone clones, they not Jedi. They could be real, just be you and me, Cause see why, there's no hassle at all that's missing is my apple pie.
I love that beat right there, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I do too.
That beat's super dope. So that's one of your favorite tracks, 12.
Yeah. Hey, Longo, is there a timeline? You're saying there's a timeline, right? All these projects? Like, content-wise?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, he's on mute.
Well, I just got him and the music on the same track. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Longo.
Yes,
Question
sir.
for you. There's a timeline with all these projects, right? From like,
Yes, sir.
from yeah. So how far back did you go with the timeline? Like,
It was 2013.
2013.
Wow.
And when you go back and you reflect on these things and you mold these, contemplate, hash things through, do you go back and like rewrite some stuff, or did your perspective like change? Like when
My
you mature,
perspective-
yeah.
Did change. There was but then I was okay living, letting it live out there. Some people get uncomfortable, but I decided to just let it live out there, because there were some big things that happened that were defining.
Now, how much, Charles, real quick, how much of that helped you heal through those, defining things in your life with the music? Do you think that really has helped you heal through hard times and even through some good times that you have on these songs? Has that helped you through that?
Yeah, because I can look at it from all different angles and say, okay, I took that way too serious,
Yeah.
But then there are people that'll hit me up. They're like, yo, like I got chills, like about this because I've, this happened. Kind of like those stories when you put out some kind of art and someone really resonates with it. It's one of those enriching things that you feel. But yeah, I have healed. And I can't forget to let you guys know, Matthew Magenta produced that track. He is my engineer, wonderful friend. And it's funny because him and I, we really were peers, of course, musically, but then spiritually, we bonded a lot, like in a great way. So it was even more impactful creating this stuff. And because we were reflecting as I was recording,
Okay.
And he was challenging me.
Wow.
Are you still stuck in this? Are you still stuck on this?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that becomes an important value to you, is having somebody that's keeping you accountable in your process of recording or just your regular walk. Because us as CHH artists, we are proclaiming something in a hip hop genre that usually portrays a different thing. So please talk about the importance of just having somebody that is kind of willing to put you in check.
If you don't have people balancing out what's correct and what's true and what's loving, you have a bunch of suckers around you. Like you just do. People don't care about you. They care.
Yeah.
A lot of people just care about the pleasure they get from being around you, or they use you in some way. It's very, especially now, it's so easy to be a narcissist to some degree.
With social media, with everyone doing music, and it's hard because when you are in music, there's always agendas. Like, does this person really want to kick with me, or does he like my talent, or does he like the fact that I have a studio? Does he like the fact that I have a producer that maybe he's trying to get in good with, you know?
Right. Absolutely. And now that is one thing that I've kind of taken that off my arm because I felt it on me for so long, was like these kind of like ulterior motives, or you think that you're wanting to go somewhere on this fame, this fame, in this fog of fame that's around you, and you're like, you think there's this magical thing, and then you realize like everyone up top, they need to generate success all the time. They live in a dualistic world. It's very stressful and chaotic, and people don't realize that, you know.
It's good, man. Listen, man, we are here with Charles Longo. We have to do a part 2 on this, man, for sure.
Yeah, sure, man.
Because I don't think we even got close to being as in depth with you as we wanted to. But man, listen, man, before we let you go, let everybody know where they can find you. Let everybody know where they can get these projects.
Absolutely, streaming everywhere. Tidal, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music. There's a spider on my wall.
Oh, kill it. Actually, don't kill it. Let it bite you. You might get superhuman powers.
Don't ruin your chance, man. Let it happen.
You never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, but streaming everywhere you get music, any platform you could imagine. I just made sure that it's accessible to everybody, you know. There you go.
And definitely, man, if you like some feel-good music, make sure you go out there and support the artists. If you don't have to stream and you can buy, you can put your money where your mouth is, definitely do it, man. It's a pandemic out there. These artists aren't performing and getting gigs the way they used to. So any way you can, support these artists, man. Shout out to Charles Longo.
Definitely, man. We have so much more to talk about, but we will do a part 2, man. I'm gonna let you pick the song we close out your interview with on Final Exam.
Let's do.
What do you want the people to hear?
Dealer's choice.
Let's do Heard My Name.
Heard My Name.
Off Final Exam.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yep. Night Classes Final Exam. Charles Longo, man, we appreciate you getting live on the line with us right here. The Joe Seif Graffiti Company video line. We're sponsored, folks. We're sponsored.
Hey, it's big, man. Hey.
But that's Charles Longo. Follow him at iCharlesLongo on all social media, and make sure you get the album. Dude, we will talk soon, and we're going to have you on again, man.
Much love, bro.
A real pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's Charles Longo. Listen, man, we are going to get on this song, Heard My Name. When we come back, we are going to do live music review because tonight is
$10 Tuesday.
12 almost said it.
Tuesday. $10.
Tuesday.
How do you say $10 Tuesday in Spanish?
No,
you got to yell it. You got to scream it.
$10 miércoles, yeah.
You're not gonna
Martes. Yeah.
Martes.
Martes.
Martes!
Say when.
Aquí.
Ice Cube cold, champagne dreams, live by the greenest trees. City in debt, we pay Midwest fees. Thought I'd leave y'all out, I'm just a wind in the breeze. It ain't about the car you drove here, we all same team. It's obvious the modest gonna live regardless. Probably my kicks that cost less than Jordan. Wasabi dip, sushi, sip sake to wash it. Tiger beer, sunsets colorful as New Orleans. Moments ago I told somebody it's lit. Even opponents know, bro, I'm as live as it get. Patron pass, please, lime LaCroix with a sip. We have blue and plain field, two brothers and six. In my album release, a red carpet event. You think we throw pebbles, big rockin' a dent. We talking rap levels, I don't know, I just vent. Chip on my shoulder, never fast for Lent. Hypocrite when I crash and repent. Whole point of grace is to grow from the state that I'm in. As I walk down memory lane, pain, pleasure, while I maintain, measure what I gain, whatever. Revenant, bear verse, man in my soul. Look for balance and yo, broke bread to grow. So fire the snow, admire my hope. Reaping I sow, never cheapen the flow. 97 Jeep creep through the streets on the low. Bebop with Reebok classics on the feet when I stroll. Nice night out, group of 8 skaters in the street. Wheel bite from the gravel when I landed on my knee. Air walk, shoe, first stock, I had a Nash board. They all laughing, no alien workshop. This man on the dashboard playing Cannibal Ox. Flew through lights, baseball bat, the mailbox. Crew too nice, some come around still. Some vanish like Pac, some still willing to bill. You heard the legend of my scarlet letter. I did bad things to warn you that time is precious. I'll be misunderstood by some people forever. They judge me like I judge them. It's really whatever. We even make sense. They take me for granted. We both bleed the same blood. Ain't no reason to panic. We need the same love, so I know we can manage. I just go with my gut. Home field advantage.
They were like, okay, well, think of something cool for them to wear, or think of a cool haircut. And I was like, why don't we just sign cool people? Why are we signing these people who their music's being written by this person? All of these.
So you start pissing people off.
Well, no, I didn't say that, but I'm sitting there like confused, like, why are we doing this? And maybe I grew up sort of just didn't know. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe they should have something to bring to the table. Why are we? Who cares that they can just sing it? I don't know. And they're not even singing it that well.
And that's
it's
not
like
how the music business
right.
works. That's definitely not.
Yeah, that's Heard My Name, Charles Longo, off Night Classes Final Exam. Listen, man, all the night classes are up everywhere. I'm playing it off YouTube Music. That's where I stream my music. So make sure anywhere you stream, if you guys can afford to buy it, buy the music.
Do that.
Support the artists right here. Speak Life Radio, GorillaCross.com. We are here live broadcast from downtown Las Vegas. I'm your host, Quan59. Got my man James Mays, 12, E-Dub, and special guest, Luke DeMarzio in the building.
Yo.
We've been trying to get him on for like 3 months. He lives in our city.
Busy man.
He's a busy man.
Busy man.
So what are you doing out here in Vegas, man?
I'm a pastor here in Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm a pastor at the Crossing. Yeah.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Listen, mate. He's falling in love with you.
I'm excited. Very excited.
Do you live in that area?
I live in Summerlin area. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
And you guys just opened up a new campus and all that too. So
yeah, but
you've been
Midtown,
really busy
just
with that.
right here across the. Yeah.
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 Right there on Sahara, near where Valley Bible. I don't know what it's called now. Vegas Valley.
This is Vegas Valley.
Yeah.
So dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, writer for Rapzilla. So he's gonna be giving critiques today. Listen, a lot of people might submit music. You might have a lot of friends on Facebook. Check your Facebook count as far as your friends, because you're gonna lose probably 10.
You're gonna lose some.
You're gonna lose some today.
It might happen. Sorry.
I actually have some dude messaging me throughout this whole show, going back and forth. I haven't messaged him back about something I put up in my Facebook story.
Yeah, man.
Fun.
Uh-oh.
And you might even get some DMs. Like that is
You'll
a
get DMs,
major thing after the show. People are always like, "Yo, man, so where do you submit music?" Or "Did you like my song?" Or
actually, I know that song wasn't even good, but this song's better.
Yes.
Oh, man.
A lot of that.
Submit your good songs, then, folks.
That's what we ask.
Submit your good songs.
That's what we want to hear.
All right, man. We're gonna jump into the first song. We don't have a lot tonight. We have 6 or 7, maybe 8 that we're gonna get into tonight. And this one, man, if you guys missed the interview, he was our guinea pig, and I apologize for that on Friday. It was still a dope interview, but we're dealing with audio issues, and that was our first video call that we did on Speak Life
ever.
But my man Lamar Riddick, and he was nice enough to not unfriend me for the interview being glitchy, and he still submitted the song, and he has a new song coming out called Cray.
Dude,
that's coming out this week, I believe.
Is it next Friday? Or
is it next Friday or this Friday? Lamar?
I think it's this Friday.
But Kendrick Lamar Riddick.
Oh, that's the one you don't like?
No, his name is Lamar Riddick. The song is called Nissan, right here on Speak Life Radio. I think it's about a Nissan.
All right.
Hopefully it's about a Nissan.
We'll see.
We're going to find out.
Right here, Speak Life Radio, live music review. We're giving away $10 to the best track today.
Gonna be tough.
Some people think the $10 Tuesday means they have to pay for the track.
Nope.
No, we're not Rapzilla. Even though we brought Luke on.
That's fire.
Right.
I did that for E-Dub. I really don't care.
That's great.
Everyone, listen, man. Everyone does these live music reviews their own way.
That's
a
right.
lot of people do them different ways. I know Stones was on Facebook last night going crazy about people stealing his idea that, he's been doing music reviews for a month.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been doing it for a long time. So people aren't stealing ideas. You take something that you think could work and you aim it towards your listener base,
That's
your
right.
fan base.
That's right.
We all have different people that follow us. And guess what? A lot of these artists submit music to every single review show.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Because guess what? They're getting different advice. And that's helping the artists grow from so many different platforms.
Yeah.
So we're just
You
a
got
part of it.
Ruslan doing it. You got Rapzilla. You got, Stones doing it on Wednesdays for 14 hours. So, Just listen, man. Everyone's
he be on for a
I
long
love Stones,
time,
man. But everyone's in their lane, man. So just don't get mad when people are doing something that you think might be doing something similar, because first of all, we're reviewing rap music.
Yep.
My mom raps, I think. Everybody raps these days, so it's not like we're doing anything original. We're playing rap and telling people if we like it or not. So listen, man, we're all in this together.
We didn't invent listening to music.
We didn't invent listening to music and telling you if we like it or not. It's been going on forever. Record execs have been doing this since La Bamba died. So, come on, La Bamba didn't even die. That wasn't even his name.
Not my Richie.
Stop, man. That's a real story. Don't make me.
Wow.
Bro, that was one of the saddest movie moments in history.
It was.
Right there,
I just
bro.
watched it a month ago again and cried again.
It's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
All right, man. Sorry.
All right, this is Lamar Riddick with Nissan right here, Speak Life Radio.
Johnny and Giuliano. Yeah. Man, get in the car, man. Wait a minute. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm cruising down the street in my photo, rehearsing my wrist, perfecting my flows. I got tint on tint on tint on tint on all my windows. If my sheet go dip, nobody will know. Bumping that crate, bumping that Andy, bumping that Cole. Every day, hugging my family before I jump back on the road. I know the way. Satan can't stand me, he tryna cover my soul. This is plan A, there is no plan B. I'm keeping the embryo. Been knowing God since 11. Everything golden, that's everything golden. They said they walking with God. I think they listen prosthetic. God's in the gift, that's prophetic. Death for my sin, I'm indebted. Don't need no debit or credit. All of my treasures in heaven. My treasures in innocence. We're really not innocent, but we still get benefits. Syllabus. My whole life got a script that I know with the internet silliness. It's the one thing that keep you very illegitimate sentiment. Nowhere sweeter than grace that I'm living in. Nissan, turn my beats on in my Nissan 808s. Break your face when you riding in my Nissan. We don't fade, we don't play no games. Riding in my Nissan, we just straight like Python. Reaching for the goal like Nissan. What's it up there? Yes, Nissan, yeah. What's it up there? Yes, Nissan. What's it up there? Yes, What's it up there? Yes, you like to go to the club. I put a ring on my wife. I leave a ring in the tub. She said you clean in the night. You need to be ran through the blood. I ain't not talking Suge Knight. Jesus can give you a scrub. Cause it look like you got lice. God got that touch that is Midas. So I keep Christ in my crisis. Pray I do not end up lifeless. When I am handing my license, they'd rather not teach me a sentence. Rather just hand me a sentence. Text me on all my little digits. Spinning in circles like fidgets. Life will hit with no warning. Cops come kicking your door in. Having your mother mourning. Pleading your case in front of the warden. We could win an award in the 45th we are supporting. Whose Twitter account is more important than getting the country out of contortion. Nissan, turn my beats on in my Nissan 808s. Break your face when you riding in my Nissan. We don't fake, we don't play no games. Riding in my Nissan, we just
Yo, Lamar Riddick with Nissan right here, Speak Life Radio live music review, $10 Tuesdays. Wow. We're giving $10 to the best track of the night. That track is called Nissan, and I think he drives a 98 Altima.
All right.
I'm not sure. He probably drives a better one.
That's what we hope. At least he's in the family.
Exactly. Right. He's there somewhere. Man. You guys did like a I'm not sure what you called it, but like upcoming artists on Rapzilla.
Yeah. So I do. Well, I mean, for me, I do like my top 5 of the month, like indie artists of the month. Yeah.
Okay. Has he been on? Have you heard Lamar Riddick?
I actually hadn't heard of him for until a couple months ago.
Okay.
And then he's been messaging me on IG. I heard that Crate track already. So we just started connecting recently. So yeah.
Really dope artist, man. I really do
really nice.
think it. I mean, stay humble, bro. I don't like blowing up your head every week, but I really do see him going somewhere with his music if he just keeps at it. He makes really dope music. That's all I gotta say. I love this track. It's different. It's different than the other tracks he's submitted, and that's what I like to see in an artist. I like to see the versatility and changing things up. Very creative track, man. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, man. The fact that You know what I'm saying? He went back to like his roots and saying like, yo, man, I write in my car.
Come on.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like that's why I write. I love to write in my car. And the fact that I'm not out driving, you know what I'm saying, nightly is kind of like really kind of hurting my spirit because it ain't even creativity. But man, yo, shout out to the intro of that song, you know what I'm saying? Going down to the
so good.
the Easy E,
Yeah,
cruising
man.
down the street
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
And the flow was crazy. Effects was crazy on the beat. The beat was dope, man. Yeah. Shout out to you.
Yep.
Well, what do you think?
It's this guy made it, man. It's like he's dope. Like yeah. But as far as the DJ, it's hype music. Like it's a good crowd pleaser. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Luke,
Man, I was impressed because like
give
the
real
songs-
critique too, man. I know
Well,
he's been DMing you, so
No, but so
Okay.
here's the thing. Like it's called Nissan, and so I'm like, oh, okay. So what's this really gonna be about?
Yeah.
My first note here, it's really about a car. So for me, like, if you're just like, hey, write a song about a Nissan, I'm not sure I could do that.
Yeah.
You know, like not everybody could do that and make it sound dope.
Yeah.
And so I really feel like he did
Yeah.
that. So the beat is really nice. I really like how he switched back and forth between flows, like kept it energetic and like switched it up as it
Yeah.
went. And then whenever you're like, okay, I've heard this flow before. And then he adds the production, the vocal layering there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of added another level to it. And so I really like the way it all progressed.
Yeah, man.
I felt like the hook it didn't really stick out to me. Like I couldn't
Okay.
really tell you what was happening in the hook at all.
And I want to mention that too because with a song called Nissan,
Right.
you're looking for placement too, right? So as an artist, you don't want just people to download your music.
Right.
In this day and age, like artists are getting paid off placements now.
Yeah.
So if you had a catchy enough hook, you don't know Nissan picks it up for a commercial.
Right.
And you're like my man Scribe Music singing for Popeyes
Yeah.
commercials. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I agree with
my
that.
thing
there.
is like a hook needs to be something that you can come back to. You can recall it like
Yeah.
right away. And so like that didn't do that for me. The rest of the song was dope
Yeah.
though. I was like really impressed by it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, E-Dub.
Yeah,
Get ready to take my shot.
I'm already doing that. I mean, the bar has been set very high tonight, people.
I know that was
Ridiculous. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about it.
All right, man. Lamar Rick with Nissan. Listen, man, I need everyone to go ahead and push that share button. I know it's late. Wake your friends up. They're not going to work tomorrow. They're going to wake up and watch Netflix some more. So push the share button. Let everybody know we're live, especially if you're getting your song reviewed. You need to share.
That's right.
Let people know and watch this right here. Speak Life Radio Live Music Review, the late night edition. But we're here every Friday, 2 p.m. West Coast time, and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. West Coast time, right here on Gorilla Cross Radio. Download that app for free. This next one is from Trax. It's called WAP, and it's an acronym, WHAP.
I know this song.
Okay. Right here.
WAP.
So he already has his critique ready.
WAP.
Right here, Speak Live Radio Trax with WAP.
I like when Batman hits somebody and it's not strong.
I feel like this is the one right here. Ooh, nah. Yeah, it's Tracks, baby. Ooh, yeah, love. Okay, this right here, that Sunday jam. Turn it up, lift up your hands. Worship got the great I am. King of heaven and the land, the ending and the starting point. Control the game like starting point. Guard your heart above all else. Worship God and not yourself. Run to God and shun evil. Starve your flesh and feed the people. Watch what you let out your mouth, cause best believe that tongue is legal. I'm spending time in Proverbs. It's wisdom in Solomon's words. See, in your lips is life and death. You get right and you get left. My God, cream up the crop. His word won't fly. He can't be stopped. Hit the devil with that wah. Now I'm messed up and let me get my zone. I got the game wrapped up with a gorgeous microphone. Tell me, will you ever quit? Nah. Got the church getting lit. Yeah. Right side is what it is. Yeah. Can I turn up for a bit? Let's hit the devil with that wah. Hit the devil with that wah. Hit the devil with that wah. Crazy side, I can't be side. You know I hit the devil with that wah. Hit the devil with that wah. Hit the devil with that wah. Okay, organ so organic. Even if this life don't pan, I will not panic. It's all good, my God planned it. Faith is still enhancing. Yeah, I'm still advancing. Don't you know my steps have been ordered like a dance team? I'm in formation like Beyonce. Better yet, I'm in sync like Justin back in the day. Every time I get kicked, I push like Lupe and make the devil take back-to-back L's like Cool J. Tell me, church get lit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right side is what it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can I turn up for a bit? Yeah, let's go. I hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Right side, I can't be side. You know I hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. That one. I hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Right side, I can't be side. You know I hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. Hear the devil with that one. All right, my God is able, and I do this beat like Cain did.
All right, that's Tracks with WAP right here. Speak Life Radio Live Music Review. I'm your host, Quan59, with James Mays, 12, E-Dub, and special guest Luke DiMarzio in the building. I'm going to start with Luke on this one.
All right. I really felt like there was probably another level he could have went to with that song. I like the way he started out. Like, his voice is really cool. Like, he's got that rasp to it. And then, like, towards the end of the first verse, he, like, dug in a little more emotion. And then once he got there, it just kind of stayed like this. I was like, all right, bring it back maybe a little bit. Maybe add some more emotion as it goes. Bring it back up. Because the beat was doing the same thing. I was listening to that bass. You know, it was, but then it would fade in and out to add some more stuff to it. He can do that with his voice, too. And that would make it just another level for me. Yeah.
It's good, man. 12.
As a DJ, I'm looking at it as a whole. It's soulful. I like it. And when I listen to tracks like this, automatically I can hear what it can go into or what can go out of. And I could see it working with a track from like soulful tracks. And there's a part in his verse, he says Lupe, and after that there's a cutout of the kick and snare, or it leaves a little gap. And that's perfect for a DJ because you can like bring up another beat and it could ride with it and quickly go out into another mix. So yeah, it's good. I like it.
All right. James Mays.
Yo, there was parts of the song where I liked and I loved the lyrics. Sometimes I was like, I like it. And I was just like, yo, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, he's there. Very recognizable voice.
Yeah.
Wrote the beat pretty well. He definitely knows who he is on a track. So I didn't mind that, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To me, it was a good song. Good song. Really good song.
I didn't really feel like he was riding the beat, though. He was kind of bobbing and weaving with it.
Yeah.
So
it was sloppy, but it was still him.
No,
you know
it was cool, though. Like, I wouldn't have come at it like that. Or it's just cool to hear him kind of not right with it. He was kind of just like ducking and diving, It was really cool. I liked it. But it was just could have got another level there at the end, yeah.
So the song was messed up to me a little bit before halfway through because Jay Jericho Robinson on the chat said, did Wayne get saved?
Yeah.
And so once that happened, I could not stop hearing Lil Wayne.
Right, yeah.
And so that messed it up to me because it sounded exactly like Lil Wayne for the rest of that song.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm like, ugh, that was like, I feel like I'm watching Undisputed on Fox Sports.
You know what? But
and this is an older song. This is an older song from Tracks. It's about 3 years old, I think. I like I still like that track. It was good. It was a solid track. But some of this newer stuff he sent is you could tell he's grown a lot as an artist.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still like it. But I couldn't get that Lil Wayne out of my head.
Yeah. I've had a long time to actually process this song. First time I heard him was this track, and it was on Juice TV. Okay. Dusty Marshall and them were doing an interview and some music, and he opened, and that was the first time I had heard of him, and I immediately downloaded that track.
Wow.
And so I've had months to play this song. And in the beginning, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I felt like it was kind of corny in the beginning. I wasn't sure. And the whole WAP, acronym. But after that, I mean, I listened to it more and more, and I really grew to like this song a lot. And so it still gives me that same feeling. I really like this song.
So you've been wapping for a while.
I feel like that would be one of those songs that if you consistently hear it, you'll just like, I'll fall in love with this part and this part and this part.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, man, he's definitely a dope artist. So
for sure.
Not taking that away from him.
Absolutely.
All right, next one is from Travis and the Ghost, and I will call you back, bro. My bad, I was sleeping. It's called Kind, featuring Jelena.
Oh, okay.
I think I said it right. If not,
is this one he put out today?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right here, Speak Life Radio live music review. He's trying to take our money.
Yeah. Shout out 52 Tuesdays.
You are not a tyrant king. You do not delight in suffering. Your power doesn't compensate for insecurity. 'Cause you are not a tyrant king.
A lot of us know a God who was more like Zeus, high on his throne with his book of rules, looking through a lens of Platonic view, influence thought with distorted truth. If God is love, then he cannot be solo. When love requires a someone a kono. When love requires repeated in slow-mo. When love requires a someone a kono. Before creation, this union existed. Designed in their image, encrypted in code, written uniquely without expectation. You gave us so freely, knowing that some would turn from your kindness. Still you pursue us, we hold up our blinders. Still you remind us that even your wrath is a siren of kindness. A siren of kindness, a passionate note of the things that will bind us. Religion demands that we love with perfection, when really you search for a heart of reception. Someone who lays on the altar of lovers, glory consuming so awesome with wonder. Remember that some of you call me beloved, you wreck me forever. Now go back is never. Now go back is never. Now go back is never. The God I made up in my mind has been severed. Reckless endeavors to sin at the entrance and hope that you notice a wretch in your presence. A wretch in your presence. A wretch in your presence. And really I'm honest with current perceptions. And really I'm honest with my own reflection. I'm closer to death than to your resurrection. Your resurrection. And still you pursue me in my imperfections.
You are not an angry man. You do not treat us with contempt. Your voice is sure, your eyes are soft, your smile confident. 'Cause you are not an angry man.
So often I made you a notch in a checklist, a dance in a song, and I hope you accept it. When really you love me and never expect it. But you never reject it. You sit as you clap, as you smile, and you listen to my little gestures. Who made this illusion with all of its pressure? They tell me to practice and keep getting better, though I perform with the heart of a jester. Help me to see me as more than the steps or repeated attempts to measure up next to all of these efforts you actually detest. A standard perfection you never requested. No, you never requested a thing but my heart in response to your blessing. Just honest connection, the way lovers dance at a wedding reception. All the guests watch as the two move in step with the rhythms of grace. Glasses all raised, toasted a bride and the groom face to face. Eyes intertwined in the deepest of ways. Into me, you see the same. Quick to pull a blade, projecting my inner pain. Made a God in my image, so I'm quick to throw a shade. But then I look up and I see your face. The shadows do a dash like they're running a race. Yeah, they're running for safe. Masterpiece me, God chisel away. I chisel away. God chisel away. Chisel away.
Your love is a fury.
Yeah, that's Travis and the Ghost with Kind featuring Jelena right here. Speak Life Radio live music review. Man, I'm gonna start with 12.
Why me, man? Why me?
I was picking numbers and 12 came into my head.
I really can't
I was picking
critique, man. I know this guy. I know him. I would have to pass.
I mean, you could critique it.
I know him too.
Right.
We all know him
too. Yeah.
I was waiting for the beat to drop. Like I think there was a. I was waiting for the beat to drop. I think there was a certain point where a really good beat would have came in hard, and yeah, I think his style is a certain category. Like you really can't really bunch it all together with
What kind of category do you think it would be?
like it's more
worshipy,
experimental, like alternative hip hop almost.
Yeah, like almost.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah.
That's sorry, I'm putting words in your mouth.
No, I
definitely,
agree,
I feel like he's always had like a worship flavor on the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I hear this. The girl singing sounded great. I think the mix was great on the song.
Yeah.
I liked it. I didn't notice the beat not kicking in, but now that you say it, I think if something did kick in a little harder, I think that could have put more flavor on the song. But overall, I like the song anyways. So I think that just would have added something else on it.
Yeah.
To me. I'm up and down with his music. Like, there's some things I like a lot, like this, and a couple things he submitted, earlier this season that I've liked a lot, and then some, is cool. I like this one a lot, man. It just sounds really good. It just has a really good sound, and the content is deep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eat up.
Yeah, definitely the category. So when I spoke to him, this was the plan. So it's this amalgamation.
Wait a minute, you got insight for your
Listen, I've been listening to him, and this
cheating
particular.
Oh!
Sorry, guys.
I ran out of drink.
Oh, you got to give him some water, 12. I don't know why I made.
I got it.
12 do it.
I got it. He was thinking of numbers.
All right,
He was
from
just
now
the closest
on,
to the fridge that wasn't a guess.
From now on, we need you to hashtag Gorilla Cross, hashtag the word, and I want to see you doing it. Anyway, even though I am not intentionally trying to get you to do this. However, what I was saying was...
That's the funniest part, though. He's not saying it on purpose.
It just...
He's definitely not.
It just happens. So with him mixing this, it's worship and it's hip-hop, but it's got so much deep content. This is a stop and reflect song.
Yeah.
And and the beat, I understand that there could have been something else that would have added to it, but this was perfect. It's stripped away, and all you hear are the words. There's nothing distracting you from that message in that moment. So I really, really like that song a lot.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah. Man, 52 Tuesdays, man. So that's all I keep coming back to.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's got to be hard to do this, like a song a week. So like you said, he's being very intentional on this song, and it'd be easy just to mail it in, right?
Yep.
He's this far in, he could just mail it in. I got to just do this, check the box. But I felt like this is really strong. Like you were saying, I was ready for that, the bass to hit, but it didn't really bother me. I felt like he was creating some tension there.
Yeah, for what it is, it's good.
So there was constant tension in the music, which gives him room to show off what he can do, right? So it's a hard song to do like this. Not everybody can do this, because some people would just hide behind the track. Okay, I got a dope beat. I can just say whatever I want. People won't pay attention to it. This is like the opposite of that, and you can like listen to what he's doing. So he starts out super laid back, and then he grows in emotion like I was talking about the last guy should have done. And then he's got that triplet flow that just keeps coming at you. And man, it was awesome. I really like this. This is probably my favorite track so far. Yeah.
And a lot of people think you're Doc Jones' brother, but he's not.
Well, the first time I met Travis, he told me I kind of looked like him. He's like, we look like, someone asked him, like, I met him at his church, and he was like, hey, is that your brother? He's like, no, it's not my brother.
It's funny. They do kind of look similar. You think so, 12?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And I call him Doc Jones. My bad. I'm giving out his old
old name.
It's like a it's like a
reunion.
A reunion show. For some reason, it will not come out. This is a I love the song, man. I loved it. It definitely seems like an album cut. You know what I'm saying? Like you just throw that in the album, just like to reset everybody's musical pattern. Like you don't know what's coming next. Love the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Very vulnerable, a lot of emotion. If you guys are watching live on Facebook, what you should do, definitely look at. He had a great visual with it. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely has the hashtag 52 Tuesdays, where he's putting music and content out every week. So man, shout out to him, man. Yep. Shout out to Travis. There were a couple parts where I felt like I could have wrote the beat a little bit better, but it could have been a creative choice. Yeah. It could have been a creative choice for him, and you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Travis, man. Shout out.
Amen.
All right. And we're trying to get him in the studio sometime, but maybe I need to call him back for him to do that. But shout out to him, man. He's in Vegas. There is talent in Vegas, folks, definitely. And we're trying to bring that back.
Yes.
We're trying to bring back that momentum. So that's one of the reasons why we are, so hard on the shows right now and just going so deep on the shows on Speak Life Radio. Next song, listen, man, this is one of the artists that we like a lot. They submitted the song last week or on Friday that people kind of gave mixed reviews to, but this is Rehab.
Okay.
The song is called Grizzly Bear. And he called me up the other day, too, after the show. So we had a good conversation. So hopefully they come out to Vegas soon. But this is called Grizzly Bear right here, Speak Life Radio live music review. And it's a video, so I'm going to play that video, too. Friday, if we have another monitor in here, hint, hint. If anyone wants to bring a monitor from home or whatever, we could hook it up, and we'll do a live video review show this Friday. We just need another monitor so you guys can see what's going on. You guys could huddle back here, but
just all come back.
I need my space.
Social distance, baby. You gotta get social distance popping.
That's right.
Exactly. So if we get another monitor, we will do that Friday. So hopefully that will happen. This is Rehab with Grizzly Bear. Speak Live Radio Live Music Review.
Grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a ride, listen for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a ride, listen for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear.
Ever since a kid, I've been killing it. It's an illness. I'm sick of tidbit, quick wit, the quick wit. Since Dougie and Slick Rick, still a pain in the neck like a slip disc when my disc gets slipped in your system. Slick. Flow nice, but y'all can still kiss my grits. Light as a pins, a sponsorship by Big. Here's an order for the fella, homie, right what he spit. Whether melodic or not, bottom the top of verse. Vice is my biggest vice is verses, though. Not a nicer person, my teens were twice as worse. But heaven put a blessing on my life, she went to Mercer. I was an eager leaver, the beaver, overachiever, Haskell, Eddie, little rascal, ready to be like Nolan Ryan, but I don't got perfect pitch. But I got that chin music for all of them Robin Venturas. A second-hand lion I might be, but still got their eyes bugging like a Pekingese. My symphony got my enemies sick of me, cause they can't see the recipe. The best of me is yet to be.
I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a ride, listen for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a ride, listen for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear.
They've been talking all this madness for the coastline. Y'all ain't even got the cabbage, savage. Ain't it though? Riding them thought roads, living that American dream. Bionic elbow through that music industry. Wanting more fans in a church where that AC. Crazy ain't it? Maybe lately I've been painting pictures clearer than they ever been before. Rolling through the city, all I see is suicide doors. I can't take it till they make it, kick it how they want to. Nothing that they won't do. Don't y'all know I've been about it on a budget, styling and profiling on all of you.
I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a rival, send for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear. Into the summer, Charlie hustle till it get me there. On a rival, send for my people, wanna whip me there. I grab my saddle, throw it up upon my grizzly bear.
Yeah, that is Rehab with Grizzly Bear right here. Speak Live Radio Live Music Review.
Yeah, man.
James, go ahead.
I love the hook. It kind of grew on me the first, when the beat came in. I was very interested. I mean, intrigued. Like, okay, where they going with this production? And I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And then when that hook came in, I was like, I don't know. And then it kind of grew on me. Kind of gave me like this CeeLo feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just he was in his own pocket when he, the way he was singing the hook. If you guys were watching the video, it was very like kind of have some comedy aspects to it. A lot of thought went into it too. You know what I'm saying? They was in a whole like junkyard. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of dope. Musically, man, the first verse, at least the first person who rapped, definitely got some lyrics.
Man,
dude. Yeah. I want to rewind it. Like, hear that. Yeah, those bars were insane. Yeah.
And he was on his own, like, flow pattern. It wasn't just like, that he's like, I'm more focused on the words than I am on, like, caring about where your head think you should nod. You know what I'm saying? So, Pen was dope. Good feeling song, man. Yeah, I liked it.
Dope. Eat up.
Yeah, definitely agree. Echo all of that. Crazy. Wasn't sure how I felt about it in the beginning, especially with the grizzly bear thing. It seemed really silly, but that is a lane that they're in, and they rode that, and
Yeah,
it was
man.
so good. So that verse, even the second verse, bars were crazy. I'm definitely going to go back and watch that again. Hey, and shout out to the colonial coat or whatever that was that the guy with the grizzly bear was wearing. that was pretty dope. But I love that song. I really like that song.
And super creative video. You know, we're not going to get into the critique of the
Too
video
much,
yet.
right? Yeah.
We'll save that for Friday when someone brings me a new monitor. But I did like the video a lot too.
Wink.
Man, I like this band a lot, man, and I would not have ever heard them if it wasn't for them submitting music to our review show. And I mean, they've opened up for a lot of people, man. He's on the phone with me, so I can't wait to get them on and actually, talk to some of them. Hopefully, they fly through Vegas and do a show sometime soon. We can get them in the studio. But man, they're dope, man. Luke.
Yeah, I didn't understand the song. I don't know. Maybe I didn't know what the song was about.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
A grizzly bear.
And then also, I know, but I'm like, what even is that? And so then I was just listening to the song. I didn't even look at the visual.
Yeah.
And then I was like, at the end, I was like, oh, maybe it kind of makes more sense. But so I had a couple notes. Sorry, I didn't really like how the guitars dropped in at the top. I thought it was kind of random. They kind of fade in and then they're just there. Once they were in, it sounded fine.
Yeah.
But that was a note that I had about that.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this about? Reminds me of Blackalicious. I thought they really sound like Blackalicious a little bit, especially with that flow and the rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
And the spitting just on the whole thing was crazy. I didn't really like the hook at all, though. I just couldn't.
Really?
I couldn't vibe with the hook.
I thought it was catchy.
Yeah,
I mean, it was catchy, but I just there was just. I just
Your vote, man.
wasn't. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just me.
No, and I say it every week when I listen to their music. Like, I know I like the music in the headphones, but I know I would love it at a live concert.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
And they try different things
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, I haven't heard 2 songs.
Seems like they got a sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. It's soulful. The hook also grew on me. I noted like sounds of. It took me back to like a old school like '90s underground hip hop, like Anticon, Cannibal Ox, Company Flow. It brought me back with his delivery, his flow. Very soulful. I think what threw me off with the hook in the beginning was it's kind of like kind of off. Like maybe the levels should have been mixed a little bit better, but other than that, it kind of grew on me. Yeah, it was good. I like it.
So he says in the comments that being on his grizzly means the grind. So that's why he's saying grizzly
Which
bear.
I knew that. I mean, that's.
I
didn't.
felt. I kind of figured that out. I've even used that term.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm on
that's
my
definitely
grizzly.
a term that people should know, but I mean, Luke doesn't. Cause
Well, I was gonna say maybe I lost my card too because I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
what that meant,
I
too.
wasn't tracking. I wasn't tracking.
It's definitely a joint that you want to go back and listen to and like
absolutely.
just decipher all the lyrics. It's something, yeah.
The bars are crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple tracks left. Oh wait, Kid got it. Dropped like 5 songs.
Yikes.
Oh,
Wow.
I think it's the same song on every
Okay.
line.
Don't
So
spam us,
we
bro.
got about 3 more tracks right here. Speak Life Radio. This is our man. No, we're not answering that call. It's not the sports show, bro. This is Brian or Preach
Okay.
music.
Preach music.
Preach music.
Gotcha.
This is Get 'em Dana Tay featuring Preach. Get 'em Dana Tay featuring Preach.
We need phonetic spelling when you put these things on. sound like speaking in tongues.
It's ain't the time to talk, time to be about it. Gotta pull out the bones, get the meat about it. How's your faith walk? Not talking about your faith talk. Without works, it's dead. It's in that white chalk. Jesus, who I follow, no need to question. I go back to what he said when I need direction. No second guessing when I get to life's intersections. Going straight to the top, green light blessings. So much power in the prayer of a saint. But when he give you answers, go hard in the paint. Gotta walk that thing out till he give that next command. Until then, get knocked down, get up again. Don't let nothing get up in your way. Believe what he say. Keep pressing toward the mark when you pray. Forget about the haters, let them hate. You can do all things through Christ. Yeah, you well on your way. Preach music, Dana Tay.
Get up to make it through the storm. Get up and don't have to last long. Get up. What you gonna do? Get up. Let Jesus help you get up. Fall back. I don't wanna hear that talking no more. Just focus on self, what you watching them for. When you do right, it's gonna open the door. If you ain't walking like you talking, hold up. Ain't nobody perfect, that's why I look up when I'm hurting. Cause only he can carry my burdens. Look at my journey, came from the gutter to the gutter. Then I had to find my way, word to my mother. Didn't think we would make it over, but look at us, ayy, look at us. Came
I'm
out
sorry, I knew that was coming.
Still got a long way to go, he made me better. Still trying to get like my Lord. As long as I'm breathing, won't stop, won't stop. Wanna be prepared when he knocks, he knocks. Anything he wanna do, I'm gon' rock, gon' rock. Turn the enemy's plan into a flop. Get up to make it through the storms. Get up, it don't have to last long. Get up, what you gon' do? Get up, let Jesus.
Yep.
All right, let's get up. Dana Tay featuring Preach. Right here, Speak Life Radio live music review. I wasn't feeling the song at all. The beat when it came in, just sounded very like cheap sounds. Like the piano just sounded very like generic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just a loop too. It didn't really change at all.
And when the beat kicked in, like the bass was okay, but I don't know. It wasn't very creative. I don't know. It was like a basic song to me. When she started singing, she wasn't singing that well either.
Right.
And so that threw it off even more. And then when she started rapping and she said, "Word to your mama," I'm just like, it just sounded very old school. So I wasn't feeling it.
I think it was a little dated. Little dated. I enjoyed the track. Definitely kind of got this West Coast feel that where at least at that time you didn't have to be super extra with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was just in the pocket, almost like a Too Short kind of vibe to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think if that's what the artists, both of them were going for, that was it spot on. A lot of the lyrics were easy to kind of like telepath, like I get it, I know what's coming next.
I didn't want "Word to Your Mama" to come up. Like I knew Mama was coming up
in the gutter. It's like gutter and "Word to Your Mother." Yeah, like it was one of those things that you've heard before. I would if we're going with critiques, at least lyrically, it is do your best to just try to put yourself outside of the box. If you've heard it before, completely steer away.
Right.
But if you're going to do something that people have heard before, make sure it's one of those things where you come at it in a different way, where people will be like, it's kind of refreshing, or it seems like a reference more than I heard that one. You know,
and I think we've talked about it before because you mentioned like the Too Short. Too Short can do that music forever because he's Too Short.
Right.
You can't emulate that because he'll rap old school forever.
Right.
And he can do it, and we'll like the song because it's Too Short.
But it's him,
and he pulls it off, and that's him. But so you can't take old school styles and try to make them new yourself unless it's that artist doing it.
I mean, but you know what? To go back to at least to that point, Lamar Riddick did that earlier in this show, but he completely switched it and made it himself. He opened with a very old school.
He did.
Vibe,
that's fair.
and then completely switched.
But he
it up,
owned it. He owned it. He knew what he was going for.
And that's more of an ode to this.
And it was
this,
reference.
and then we flip it up. Right. 12.
The vibe is there. I agree with all you guys. But I think I would have stretched them out a little more. Maybe let them. If I were to engineer it, I would have them go in the booth, try something different, feel it out. Yeah, but the vibe is there. I think he's just missing a little extra, push in the right direction.
All right, Luke.
The auto-tune ad-libs in verse 1 were really distracting to me.
Yeah.
So you got this guy flowing, whatever, and then the ad-libs just weren't really hitting for me. Needed to change how that mix was, and then it was almost like
too loud or just not
just in the back, and then it was auto-tuned all of a sudden, nothing else on the track is auto-tuned. And then for me, it was like two different songs. So it was like he raps, he does his thing, and then once she starts singing, it's mixed totally different.
Yeah.
She's in the forefront, sounded way better as far as the mix goes. And then
I wanted him to be louder too.
Right, absolutely. And then I felt like her switching back and forth from singing to rapping, she needed to do a couple more takes on that. It didn't seem natural. It seemed really forced. And so those are my thoughts.
Yeah. I feel the same way. That song part before she got into her bars didn't fit in the song to me. So when everybody's talking about the old school feel, immediately I'm thinking of it's Salt and Pepper's Everybody Get Up. So when I heard that, I'm like, Get Up. Okay, now it's relevant. I'm catching that because immediately I'm like dating myself. I'm like kind of whopping while I'm listening to it or whatever. So when I heard it,
whopping on the devil.
Back to that song.
I'm done with that because that is awesome.
I don't even know if people know what the WAP is.
They don't, and that's why I'm like, that was definitely a nod back to Salt and Pepper when that came on. Whopping on the devil. That's it.
Can you guys just exchange numbers right now?
Oh, don't worry. It's
live
happening.
on the air, man.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
I love it.
All right, I'm Quan Woolery. The next track.
Quan Woolery. Oh, we are all with the old school references this hour.
The kids are like, what are they talking about?
Oh, my God.
Wake up, Dad. All right, this next track, we've had her on before, man. Super dope artist.
Yeah.
Her name is Julissa. And the song is called TikTok.
I remember.
And it's spelled like TikTok.
Oh, Lord. So we're going to get some dancing thing. She's trying to go viral or something? Well, let's see.
Hold on, let me log in.
TikTok.
While we're doing that.
That's my first Spotify track.
Yeah. Follow Gorilla. Follow Gorilla Cross on.
Follow Gorilla. TikTok, Julissa.
Do your best TikTok dance.
Oh my
Is this
God.
one of them? That's all they look like they doing to me.
Yeah. I be making moves on my TikTok. Mask on, mask off. I be going hard on my TikTok. Mask on, mask off. I be breaking rules on my TikTok. I'ma blow up like a TikTok. I'm finna blow up like a TikTok. And you cannot stop on my TikTok. I be going hard on my TikTok. All these haters junk on my TikTok. I be setting trends on my TikTok. Now I'm getting lit on my TikTok. I know you wanna be part of my crew, but that is something that you simply can't do. Me and my cousin too lit from these tunes. Give us a beat and a bass of the boom. TikTok, TikTok. I be going hard on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I be breaking rules on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I'ma blow up like a TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I'm finna blow up like a TikTok. I be going hard on my TikTok. Haters always watch on my TikToks. Now I'm getting paid off my TikToks. Think I just slayed on my TikToks. Why you always hate on my TikTok? I'ma regulate on my TikTok. I'm finna blow up on my TikTok. And you were too late for my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I be going hard on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I be breaking rules on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I'm finna blow up on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I think I blew up on my TikTok. Yeah.
What they doing over there on TikTok? About to hit the wall, what's a milli rock? Keep it steady while I'm setting up the camera. Don't forget to hit my angles when I'm standing up. Sitting in the house feeling bored, I'ma get it going. Calling up my friends even though we stuck in quarantine. Doesn't mean anything to me. Breaking all the rules while we doing new routines. Let me get it like, hold up, let me do my dance. I ain't even famous and I still got fans. Be posted for me one more time. Going viral and it's crazy cause we not even trying. I can do it like a savage by myself, I don't mind. To get the family together while we dance in the line. Either way it goes, I'm just having fun, I'm not ready to stop. I ain't talking about a watch when I'm talking TikTok. Bills, TikTok, TikTok. I be going hard on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I be breaking rules on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I'm finna blow up on my TikTok. TikTok, TikTok. I think I blew up on my TikTok, yeah.
All right, that is TikTok, Julissa featuring Unspoken Views right here, Speak Life Radio Live Music Review. I'm going to start with Luke.
Oh man,
Are you still taking notes?
No, we're good.
On
We're
her
good.
TikTok.
We're good. All right, so
Still taking notes on my TikTok.
yeah. So it's a catchy hook, man. I
It
mean,
is.
it's there. You know exactly what the song's about right away when you hit play.
Yep.
It's kind of a ringtone rap for me. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what you're going for. I really thought whatever happened in that last verse, though, I was like, more of that. 'Cause
Okay.
I was sleeping through the first half of it. I was like, okay, it's a big beat, but
Yeah.
kind of simple. And then it's just this TikTok thing over and over again. But whatever happened in that last verse, I was like, okay, yeah. There's another gear there. I was really, yeah.
And I kind of go back to what you said on Nissan. It wasn't a catchy hook on Nissan. And this is definitely a song that I can see she's trying to do it on purpose.
Right. Okay. Right.
Jingles are very
trendy,
catchy,
The appeal of it, yeah.
and very like I hate this song, but you're gonna sing it over and over again.
Right,
yeah.
So maybe it's something she's trying to get on TikTok as an anthem for TikTok.
Right.
So I could see that. That's why I like the song.
Right.
Other than that, I probably wouldn't like the song. I heard TikTok way too much.
Right.
But it's something that's gonna stick in your head, and it's a trendy thing. Everyone's been, quarantined in the house. You got people my age doing TikTok and creating TikTok accounts, which you shouldn't do. Ladies, stop it. Stop it. You have kids that are embarrassed. They might not have told you yet, but they're trying to divorce you. Put away your TikTok. You're 40. Anyways, James Mace.
I'm sorry. I was just working on my verse.
For TikTok?
Yeah. She didn't even give out her TikTok. Who do I follow on TikTok?
Yeah, exactly.
My clock on the wall goes TikTok. I listen to this song in my flip-flops.
Get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I liked it at all, man. I'll just be honest. The beat, I think the beat deserves something better than that song, right? And I'm not on TikTok, but I don't think that you go viral on TikTok by continually saying TikTok.
She's got to make up a dance to it or something.
You got to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
The TikTok dance on TikTok.
Yeah, it's so meta, it's so redundant.
And she might have a video for it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'm working on my verse. Yeah.
So you can get on your TikTok.
I'm trying to work on a Slipknot line in there.
Wow. All right, 12, you were bobbing your head pretty hard to this one.
I was not. No,
was not. That's another round.
There you go, right there. I gave you a line. For a DJ standpoint, this could work when you're trying to engage the crowd. Take out your phones, like you're trying to do a quick TikTok.
Okay.
So I can see how this could work, but for me personally, I'm too old for TikTok.
That's another line.
Well, for the girls you date too, eat up.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm joking. I don't even know the age of those girls. They just don't look old enough.
Last time I'm doing
they
this.
don't look old enough to drink.
This is why I don't show up.
This is why I quit 5 times.
I heard TikTok way too many times. I am not
kind of like that word particular.
Hey, right?
You would be
so is that a drink thing?
Yeah.
Because we got to do it now. So.
You couldn't even make it through the first verse, bro.
No. Listen, he said it, not me.
I'm talking about if the word was TikTok,
got you.
You'd be on your butt.
Right.
We're only drinking juice and water.
It's kind of like what we were talking about last week or the week before when you hear something that is sort of time stamping that song, and then what's the value after it? So it's obviously trendy for the time, but then the longevity is not there because now you've dated this song. So to me, it doesn't carry after that. It's trendy for right now. Absolutely for her TikTok or whatever. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not going to get a TikTok, so I don't care about it in that way. And the 808 or the way the bass was hitting, it sounded really distorted, so it was loud to me.
Was that intentional though?
Maybe.
I think so.
Okay. And then I agree in the second verse, that flow was crazy.
It was crazy. Whatever
she
happened
rode the beat on that one really well.
Was it the same person?
And there was 2 people on
Yeah,
the song.
okay.
So it might have been something different.
That's why I said whatever happened
might have
there.
been
Like,
something.
Okay.
let's
then that second
get more
verse
of that.
was
Yeah.
fire. They rode that beat really well. And I love listening to female MCs. I don't think they get enough burn, and it's just really great to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to hear something else also, but this song is a pass for me.
And I think what you're saying with the longevity is it is a trendy song, so it doesn't need longevity. It needs to be for now.
Okay.
Just like a jingle would. You need that commercial. You need people to go buy that McDonald's burger right now, so you can have a jingle for it right now. So I think that's what it is. What's trending right now? Let's do this.
TikTok.
Like people were making Netflix and chill songs a few years ago, and so you have to have the trendy stuff along with like in your catalog having stuff that does have longevity.
But you're doing it with the mindset that
with
this
the
ain't gonna
intention,
live past 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Like all the quarantine songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't last past May 18th. I mean, March 18th. March 18th,
right.
A day after we closed
done.
down in Vegas. All right, we do have one more before we close out the show and announce the winner of $10
Tuesday. I don't even know how that rode in.
I'm not even ready for it. I don't know.
Because tonight is
$10 Tuesday.
You're supposed to say it in
There, I
Spanish.
did it that time. That was good.
Tonight is free. I don't know which one are we doing here.
All right, so we got a track from Kid Got It.
Okay.
It's not mixed or mastered. So what he's doing, he's pretty smart. He snuck in a track that he's probably recording at home right now, not even listening to our show. Like, man, I need some other ears. And so he sent us this track and
just bounced it real
making
quick.
this work. We're working for free right now.
Okay.
But this is Kid Got It with Dirty Bird, unmixed, unmastered, right here, Speak Life Radio. Live music review.
Dirty Bird. Dirty Bird. Is he casting a spell on me? What's going on? Something.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Check it, hey, dirty bird dancing for the Lord like I'm Anderson. Tell them I love God and they think I'm speaking Mandarin. Mannequin, they standing still, I'm cutting up like sawmills and slugger dropping hits for him. I must be from Louisville. Ooh, they got me back in my bag, tripping for dad again. Feel like Aladdin here, we battling for the kingdom, we leaving their carcasses. I'm in the market for saving the souls. He baited the hook and I threw out the pole. The faith is growing, we looking so swole. It's macho, man, can you dig it, bro? Fresh out the chamber, I've been in training. I had to conquer the silence. God told me loudest one in the room is probably the least of the childish. Won't move no mountains, horses ain't mounted. They ain't gon' ride, they too busy counting. All of the heads, they come in the church, end of the service. How much you counting? Dirty bird dancing for the Lord like I'm Anderson. Tell them I love God and they think I'm speaking Mandarin. Mannequin, they standing still, I'm cutting up like sawmills. A slugger dropping hits for him, I must be from Louisville. Ooh, I don't think they know what I know, cause if they really did, they would keep him on the robber down low. The drive for the Lord that they had is no more. A pencil forward, it's more like they pin on the floor. See, that type of thing can get you pins in the more. That's why I'm venting some more, but they scared of the flow. I can tell when they walk, when I spit, watch them all tiptoe on the floor. I gotta get it, the floor, I be whipping like Nene. They say if you mean it, then you gotta state it twice. So here I go, we gotta pray. See, this is no play. I do this for Yahweh and don't get no pay. The flow is on pay. You know that it's funky. They be like, dang, you going gorillas, you peeling bananas and acting a monkey. Dirty bird dancing for the Lord like I'm Anderson. Tell them I love God and they think I'm speaking Mandarin. Mannequin, they standing still, I'm cutting up like sawmills. A slugger dropping hits for him, I must be from Louisville. Woo!
All right, that is Kid Got It with Dirty Bird right here. It's not mixed and not mastered. My favorite type of music to listen to. All I'm thinking the whole time is like, I need to put some effects on this. He has bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
But without it being mixed and mastered, the beat just sounds bad because it's not mixed.
Yeah.
I hope that's not his final take.
Right.
Recording it either,
He
because
swallowed a lot of words.
he did that and he just didn't. I think he was reading. Still, the flow wasn't there, and he had bars, and the bars being right there, it's not. If that's your final flow and you just have to mix it, then it's not ready. I wouldn't mix it yet. I would definitely keep reciting those bars and get them out to where your flow is just very fluid. Because I felt like it was a little bit choppy.
Yeah. I'll go as a concept track. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just sending somebody like, all right, check it out. I like it. I mean, I thought it was a dope concept. It was simple lyrically, for the chorus. For the chorus. But he definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, spit on the on the verses. And I'm not gonna be front. I'm not gonna front. I actually like the concept of like sending some unfinished music to say, should I go forward with this? I definitely think it's one you should go forward with.
Absolutely.
I am very intrigued about what it will sound like when it's done, but definitely need a little more energy in the recording.
And it would be dope hearing like the finished product compared to that one.
Exactly.
Later on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
Luke.
beat- Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No.
Who's going? Oh, me? Okay.
Paper, rock, scissors.
So I thought this one sounded like Lil Wayne. I'm a Martian kind of stuff, Like
Okay.
that's what I felt like there.
I can hear that.
And it's weird hearing a song that's not complete yet, but I already said it sounded like he was swallowing words at the end of phrases,
Yeah.
so I was missing punchlines and stuff. I like the flute sample in the beat. I feel like it could have been louder. Obviously, the mix is messed up, but I really like that flute sample. I thought that added a little more texture to it once it gets the hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would keep going on that song, and let's see what we got here next couple
Catchy.
weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
1-2.
I'm indifferent about the beat. It can go either way. But if it's playful, I would try to. Me personally, I would try to do more like kind of playful things with this verse.
Yeah.
Maybe with effects, mess around with some effects in different parts. But yeah, definitely there's potential there.
But it is funny knowing because he has submitted songs before. I think we have a couple of them in the rotation on the 24-hour station. Download the app. So it is funny hearing like the raw version of a rapper that you're used to hearing like fully mixed and mastered and everything. So that aspect was almost funny just hearing like the raw version of it. But eat up.
Yeah, first of all, shout out that he even submitted it to say, hey, what do you guys think about this before I actually do anything with it?
Yeah.
So I respect that a lot. I mean, it makes sense that if you got ears to hear, let's see what everybody else thinks. The way he was flowing on the beat, I agree. It just didn't have any emotion with it. So when you guys said reading, that made sense to me because it just seemed really sort of like it just was in and out. It didn't have any, it just didn't seem like there was conviction with it. But because it's, still in development or whatever. But I like how he writes. And then I'm trying to think about Dirty Bird and I'm like, okay, so is he saying the Dirty Bird dance? Is it because he's from Atlanta? So I'm like, so what does that mean? So I'm listening to it in that aspect too, trying to figure out what that means. However,
it also means grind.
Like Grizzly, right? Got you. Thank you. Lost my card again. Dang it. So yeah, but for what he submitted, I would love to hear what it's going to be on the other side of it because right now there's a lot of potential in that song.
Sure.
A lot. So.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to play a track and we're going to convene and let you guys know. We're going to come back and let you guys know who wins the $10 today on $10 Tuesday. What song can I play that won't get kicked off? Let's play another Longo track.
They be hating.
Give me a Longo track, 12.
What's the one, the Sunset? No, Desert Inn something? Desert Inn and...
I can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Desert Inn and...
Durango?
Durango, yeah.
Nice.
Desert Inn, Durango and Desert Inn right here. This is Charles Longo. If you guys missed the interview, man, make sure you check it out.
Yes.
If you want to listen to a deep artist, it's Charles Longo. So right here, Durango and Desert Inn off Night Class's Final Exam. We will be right back and let you know who won $10 for the $10 Tuesday live music review.
Not tonight. Listen to you. We're going to have fun tonight. We got to get you out of that stuffy apartment.
Look, we're going to spend half the night driving around the hills looking for this one party, and you're going to say it sucks, and we're all going to leave, and then we're going to go look for this other party. But all the parties and all the bars, they all suck. I spent half the night talking to some girl who's looking around the room to see if there's somebody else who's more important she should be talking to. And it's like I'm supposed to be all happy because she's wearing a backpack.
You would think I got the message. When a mink shrink, just wash it better. Sipping pink drinks, shrimp steak and awesome weather. Charles, speak out, leak out these night demos. Follow my path where it took time to execute. Busting tables at Applebee's for extra loot. When Joey's sister was extra cute. When I thought with the wrong head and fell out of the loop. When scandal happens round the corner from the slot machines. Looking for a quick win in a lotto scheme. I never put it together till my proper team huddled around me with the proper dreams. We just wanted to make good art. Balance between redemption and a music chart. Balance between sneaker habit and a movie part. Nothing to lose, everything to prove, truly yours. I never write it with a limp hand. You speaking on culture that you never had. I just wanna push boundaries in the barren land. Art I make, take, break, distribute weight to every man. Call me crazy for years, I know the sentiment. Went under the hood, find my crescent wrench. Double my dollars, scholars know the excellence. Only see haters a reach, party your pettiness. Little to no time, hope I get my chance to try my hand and stay the able man with made plans. Artists always dig hardest, I'm farthest from nobody. Fallen star, large gift, part Kane, part sane with a dark mane. Dark night in the fog, disappearing with David Blaine. Still I ride into the night to give you all this pain. And I fly in any weather just to make it change.
Yeah, we are back right here, Speak Life Radio Live Music Review. Listen, man, we're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. West Coast time, and every Friday, 2 p.m. West Coast time. I'm tired.
Are you good, man?
Folks.
I got enough sleep for you today. Trust me.
Yeah, you did.
I don't feel it.
I haven't transferred it yet.
You got problems.
Like a spirit bomb? What are we talking about?
Wait, what?
I was like, is that like a spirit bomb? Limit your energy?
All right, man. My headphones went weird.
Is that how you do it?
Does everyone's headphones sound weird? Just
I'm
mine?
good.
Okay.
No, mine are good.
All right. Yeah, so we have a winner.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know what the name of the song was, but it is Travis and the Ghost.
Kind.
The song was called Kind, featuring Jelena. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I don't know. But, man, he won.
Dope song, man. You know what I'm saying? It was different. You know what I'm saying? It kept us with expectation.
Yeah.
I definitely want to hear it again. Love the vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? We had that worship vibe, and I love worship music.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't have to, I don't have to nod my head to it the whole time. Like, if you can keep me with your words, then I'm here for it, man. So shout out to Travis and the Ghost.
Yeah, definitely, man. He's the winner. Listen, man, we will be back Friday. If we have him under, we're going to do the live video review, so we'll let you know by tomorrow if we're going to do that, so you guys can submit your videos.
That'd be dope.
And listen, we're going to review your videos not like the songs, so it's going to be different. We're going to be looking at the aspects of the whole video and the song, obviously, but just every aspect of it. So we want to see some creative videos. Send us your best video.
Please.
Your most creative video. The the one that was shot on the best camera.
Because we've seen some bad ones.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh,
I wish we would. I wish we could review some of those.
Oh, man.
On the video review. I
That's
think we
like
should.
Mystery Science Theater type
I think
stuff.
we should. Look,
it's bad.
because they did put it in for review.
They putting it as a song though.
They did, but they
So we
sent you a
can't
video.
just- Yeah. Some of them have been a little suspect.
Wow.
But man, Luke, thanks for coming through, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully you can come back again sometime.
It'd be great, yeah.
Don't be a stranger. 12.
Mm-hmm.
I
12 said
apologize.
I quit.
I quit.
Apologize.
Quit.
Come back.
I'm out.
He's out. I want to go eat, man. I'm hungry. Eat up. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the water, guys. Listen, man, we are out. Tune in Friday. Download the app. Facebook didn't cut out for the first time in 3 months.
That's amazing.
So I'm gonna end the show with Travis and the Ghost playing the song again, Kind, right here at Speak Life Radio.
Peace, y'all.
Not a tyrant king. You do not delight in suffering. Your power doesn't compensate for insecurity. 'Cause you are not a tyrant king.
A lot of us know a God who was more like Zeus, high on his throne with his book of rules, looking through a lens of Platonic view, influenced thought with distorted truth. If God is love, then he cannot be solo. When love requires a someone a kono. When love requires repeated in slow-mo. When love requires a someone a kono. Before creation, this union existed. Designed in their image, encrypted in code, written uniquely without expectation. You gave us so freely, knowing that some would turn from your kindness. Still you pursue us, we hold up our blinders. Still you remind us that even your wrath is a siren of kindness. A siren of kindness, a passionate note of the things that will bind us. Religion demands that we love with perfection, when really you search for a heart of reception. Someone who lays on the altar of lovers, glory consuming, so awesome with wonder. Remember that some of you call me beloved, you wreck me forever. Now go back is never. Now go back is never. Now go back is never. The God I made up in my mind has been severed. Reckless endeavors to sin at the entrance and hope that you notice a wretch in your presence. A wretch in your presence. A wretch in your presence. And really I'm honest with current perceptions. And really I'm honest with my own reflection. I'm closer to death than to your resurrection. Your resurrection. And still you pursue me in my imperfections.
You are not an angry man. You do not treat us with contempt. Your voice is sure, your eyes are soft, your smile confident. 'Cause you are not an angry man.
So often and I made you a notch in a checklist. A dance in a song and I hope you accept it. When really you love me and never expect it. But you never reject it. You sit as you clap, as you smile, and you listen to my little jesters who made this illusion with all of its pressure. They tell me to practice and keep getting better. Though I perform with the heart of a jester. Help me to see me as more than a steps or repeated attempts to measure up next to all of these efforts you actually detest. A stand of perfection you never requested. No, you never requested a thing but my heart, a response to your blessing. Just honest connection, the way lovers dance at a wedding reception. All the guests watch as the two move in step with the rhythms of grace. Glasses are raised, toasted a bride and a groom face to face. Eyes intertwined in the deepest of ways. Into me, you see the same. Quick to pull a blade, projecting my inner pain. Made a God in my image, so I'm quick to throw a shade. But then I look up and I see your face. The shadows do a dash like they're running a race. Yeah, they're running for safe. Masterpiece me, God chisel away. I chisel away. God chisel away. Chisel away.
You love